What it do? What it do? What it do?
What it do? What's the business?
It is Tuesday again.
Yeah, man.
It is Tuesday, and of course my earphones don't want to work, but it's okay.
They don't want to work.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna leave a review for Raycon. I'm gonna leave a review because I don't like him.
You know what? I don't know what it. I think my son done got to him, but I had some Raycon earbuds. I like them. I like them. Um, you don't like the headphones?
I don't like them because I'm so used to my Samsung earbuds, and no matter if I pair the earbuds with a device, anytime I put them in, it automatically connects.
Right.
These you gotta unpair it, then repair it with something else, and I don't got time for that. So we ain't gonna have no earbuds today because this is aggravating. I got to get me some new Samsung joints. Oh, Carl here. Hey, Carl. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, thank you. We got us a panel tonight, Carl. Some merry men's. We got some merry men's coming in tonight.
What it do, Carl?
Dreen is running late. She's in the meeting, so hopefully she'll be able to join us later. But we will jump in. I will introduce my amazing co-host. For those of you who do not know him, the author, the man, the myth, the legend, Mississippi's finest, Mr. Adrian Taylor, aka
Mr. GC
aka
sipping tequila poppy.
not the tequila. What you want? 1800?
Nah, man. Avion.
Avion? Ugh.
You don't like Avion? I like Avion, man.
It's too strong for me. I'm a weakling.
Oh well. I mean, hey, you gotta get your weight up. But yes, we also have the lovely Didi Legette, aka
The core queen.
aka.
I'm tired of these people on this internet.
Hey man, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere.
They driving me crazy.
They ain't going nowhere.
Driving me crazy.
They here. Ain't that right, Carl?
Look, it was funny right before we got on. One of our followers, who was actually a guest panelist a few weeks ago for the women's panel, your fave Stash, she posted on her story the topic of the show: women control access to sex, men control access to marriage.
Mm-hmm.
True or false? She did an actual survey, a little vote on her Instagram story. She
Okay.
just sent it to me, and I posted it on our IG page. And because she was like, "Well, that's interesting. I don't know if I believe it or not. I don't know if I think that's true." So her vote came in, and 67% of the people said true. 33% said false. So I'm excited to hear what the men have to say about that topic because it's been interesting to see people's reaction to that topic. But
Really?
yeah, I was like, how y'all don't see the evidence around you that it's true? But
Girl, when he gonna ask you to marry him? Girl, you been dating him for girl, when he gonna ask you to marry him? Girl, what y'all doing? Girl, hey, bro, what you doing with my sis? When you gonna make an honor? Come on now. What we talking about?
yeah, I don't know. That's right, Carl. I'm glad you know. We about to look. Thank you, Carl, for saying that. Respecting my team. How about them Eagles? Since you done said it, let me go ahead and put our first trending topic up on the screen. Since y'all understand, how about them Eagles? Week 5 NFL recap. Only undefeated team left in the NFL. Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yes, NFC East is showing out this year. Let's go. Except for the
Hey,
Commanders. Sorry. Except for the Commanders.
yeah, Commanders out here struggling. But but I'm shocked. I'm shocked for the Giants and the Cowboys. I'm be honest. Like you would have told me without Dak, the Cowboys would be in the position that they're in, I'd be like, man, stop the cap. And then the Giants somehow they just continue to figure out a way to win. So it's just like I ain't mad at y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Whatever. Okay.
Carl, y'all showing up. I mean, we can't even stomp y'all out, but I'll let you shine for a little bit. The Jaguars. Yes, it's crazy. What about the game last night with your boy Devontae Adams pushing the daggone man down to the ground? What was that?
Yeah, he about to get a suspension or a hefty fine.
And the
One of
man
the
already
two.
been lawyered up.
Oh yeah, he done pressed charges.
Oh
He done
yeah.
already pressed charges. He done filed a police report and everything. So, it's coming. It's
You
coming.
got to get paid. Get paid, little mama, get paid.
What you say? Yeah. So he finna get a hefty fine. I don't think he gonna get suspended. He might, he ain't never really been in no trouble. So they
Right.
might fine him like 150,000. Give him a nice little fine.
Ooh, child, that's a
You know.
lot. Ooh, Lord.
Yeah. So yeah. But he definitely gonna get a fine. So he gonna
Yeah,
get in trouble.
yeah.
So that game was crazy. What's up with all these roughing the passers calls that's not
Oh,
really roughing the passer?
now they know I was so pissed off about that Tom Brady one because I'm like, I'm so sick of y'all protecting him. Sick of it. It's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, see?
And
Somebody else
somebody who
thinking
was
like
that?
me.
Was that Shannon Sharp? Somebody was like, they mom just put flags on the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of be feeling that way. So you've already taken away like you can't really go after their legs. Okay, I can get that. But then they like, oh, you can't roll your weight on top of them. You can't lay on top of them. And you like, but in a situation like last night, right, with Kansas City, Buddy stripped him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he stripped him trying to get the ball, ended up getting the ball and landed on him. But they called it a flag. So it's kind of like when does the rule not take effect, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You got to be able to go for the ball.
right.
So I mean, mm, it's crazy.
AB's funny. I don't look. Look, I don't know. AB is laughing while Tom Brady is cashing checks. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand that, and I don't know what he trolling them about. Like
His
for
wife.
what?
I'm like, that's corny. Like, anyway, we ain't whatever.
Yeah,
What do you think about Coach Prime and the ASU coach interaction at the game the other day? He talking
he
about
he hurt. You know what I'm saying? He the coach hurt. I think what's happening too is they realizing that Jackson State is finna be like Alabama is, you know what I'm saying, for HBCUs. Like
absolutely.
they just gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah.
And I think that's pissing people off that, he's able to pull talent that they just haven't been able to pull.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that it was cool. Like I think, it's that initial, yes, we getting these type of coaches, it's gonna draw attention to us, but then you get the attention, but those coaches are taking over. So not only that, right? Now it's a trickle effect because someone like Deion Sanders coming to HBCU, and then you have the running back that played for Tennessee and um went to Ohio State in college. So Tennessee State has another high profile coach. Then you see Grambling, they got Hugh Jackson. My whole point is you starting to see these big profile coaches
Uh-huh.
coming to HBCUs, which now for the little guys that's been doing it, you might get booted out the way. So I think it's all of that going on. And they was like, yes, we're gonna get the talent, but didn't think about, well, the coaches are gonna follow the talent too. So now you're gonna be able to get bigger high profile coaches to come to HBCUs, where if you're not a high profile coach and you start acting up, you probably gonna get replaced. So I think that's the big issue that they have.
Well, Eddie Robinson, I know last year him and Coach Prime had some back and forth. I'm not exactly sure of the back and forth, whatever, but I know he tried to say that Coach Prime walked through his players stretching, blah 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 before the game, didn't speak to them. But then Coach Prime dropped the video and showed exactly what happened. And his team, ASU's team being pretty disrespectful to Coach Prime.
Right.
And I don't know if these folks don't know Coach Prime. That man, in my book, he has earned the right to be as overly confident as anybody can be overly confident in his craft. Like he is Coach Prime for a reason. He's not only had a career of his own that you can brag about, but to be able to do what he's done, like you said, in the HBCU space that nobody has been able to do. I mean, sorry, Eddie. I don't know.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I think you should be jumping on board. Like, why are you hating? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, Coach Prime gonna keep being who he is. He gonna keep getting those high profile recruits. He gonna keep changing the narrative for these teams, these HBCUs. He gonna keep getting the money. And it is what it is. They just gonna keep being mad.
It is what it is.
Oh yeah. Now I don't know if you had a chance.
Uh-oh.
This is the last trending topic before we bring on our Merry Men's panel. But I don't know if you had the chance to watch this back and forth banter. And the only reason I brought this topic is because they talked about it on the Breakfast Club this morning, and people were calling in about what they would do. So anybody who doesn't know, Charleston White is like a YouTuber who likes to troll people, but he's also a huge youth advocate in Texas who has been able to change legislation for the youth as far as like juveniles and juvenile delinquencies and all this stuff to help change certain things to help these children who are like really down bad, because he was one of those kids who got locked up at a young age. But he likes to be on YouTube trolling people. He pisses people off, from all of the Crips, the Bloods, any gang members, rappers. He pisses people off on purpose. And he has been very well known that he is a snitch. He will call the cops on you. If you threaten him, he don't care. He called the cops. Very well known for that. Well, he got into it yesterday or whatever with T.I.'s son and Boosie's son. I don't know. They've been going back and forth. T.I. has jumped in the chat and was like, look, I need you to holler at me. I'm calling you. You need to talk to me. Leave my son alone. He done called the kids ugly. He said, little Boosie son look like some Black Panther shoes. I mean, this dude done went all the way in with these kids. So the folks calling into the Breakfast Club was saying, like, if it was my kids, I'm crashing out for my kids. I'm going to jail for my kids. I'm doing whatever I got to do to protect my kids. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I feel like he's a freaking troll. So what? He can talk. Like, why are y'all so upset and going back and forth with somebody on social media about something that they say? How would you react?
I mean, we know how he is, right? So I get both sides. You know what I'm saying? I get the T.I. side. I get both sides. I mean, like you said, he's a troll. But then as a father, you to protect your child, like, yo, just come holler at me. But we already know Charleston ain't playing that. He calling the police. So he not finna, anybody he consider a threat, he is not finna mess with them. He finna call the police. He gonna have them on speed dial. He gonna let them know, look, this man beefing with me.
Yep.
Something happened to me. It was him. Like, he done told you, like, I'm not about that life. Like, he's straight up about it. Like, I will call the police on any and everybody. Like, I'm not about this life. So play with me if you want to. He's one of them. He gonna talk noise, but you pull up. Understand? He calling the cops on you. So
thank you, Carl. Thanks, Carl.
Carl, you owe one today, huh? What you drinking?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, him and T.I. was on the live, and he tagged the Atlanta Police Department in the live.
Right, like,
yo, he do not care. He is coming. Like, I don't know. I would caution T.I. personally to kind of pick and choose with his son because he's a problem. His son is a problem. So he gonna get himself in a lot of trouble going behind his son.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would pick and choose those battles a little wiser when it comes to King because that little boy is out of control. He out of control. So yeah. Well, thank you, Carl. I appreciate all the compliments. Keep drinking your Henny tonight. Thank you so much. And I will tell Drena that you said hello when she come on. Okay. So we are going to go into our panel. We have what I think is going to be an amazing panel tonight of married men. We were supposed to have 3 men on. I think one is stuck in a meeting somewhere, so maybe he'll join us later, hopefully. But let me see if I have some bios here for at least the ones that are here sent me bios, so that's good. So I will introduce our 2 guest co-hosts for the evening. This should be fun. Y'all don't be too hard on them. Nah, be hard. No, I'm joking. First, I will introduce Dwayne Sutton. Am I going to say this right? Whoa. Okay, like Black Rob. Whoa. Okay. He is the host of the I Am Woe podcast, and it airs every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook. He is the host and 1/3 of the Underground Sports Kings, which airs every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook. And he has been married for 10 years, y'all. 10 years, that's a long time. Welcome to the show. Whoa.
Hello, world. What's happening? How y'all doing tonight?
How you doing? We are glad to have you. And now I will introduce my friend BJ Reed. He is an Army veteran and IT manager of Inova Medical Operations. He's been married for 2 years, and he is the host of the upcoming podcast, Read Between the Lines, and the owner of, I hope I say this right, Ozene LLC. Maybe he'll correct me when he come on. BJ Reed, welcome to the show, BJ.
What's going on? How you doing?
What it do?
Hey, chilling. Salute, Cowboy Nation.
Oh God! See, now I'm about to kick him out. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Why you get E-boys a few wins and they don't know how to act?
Not at all. Not at all, boy.
You a Cowboys fan too?
Who?
You.
Don't you put that evil on me?
Oh, okay. Whew, I was about to pass out.
No. We've won a championship in the last 26 years.
Yeah, but we got 5 of them now. So
yeah.
Yeah. About the VHS to look
5
at.
of them. The last time y'all won one, bro. So you was in junior high, right? Middle school.
What's the topic?
I'm sorry. I'm a sports head. No Cowboys fan get mercy from me.
Hey, listen.
I
I know our trophies are in public storage right now.
They got dust on them. I know.
But we good. We take them out. We dust them off every Sunday.
The last time they won, I think I was in the 6th grade or something like that.
Bro, we was down there.
Yeah, we was way down there.
We was down there. Like I said,
98, right? Yeah,
and we grown men with.
What you said? You added 3 years. What?
Now that was what? Was that the 97, 98? No, it was 96, 97 season, right?
95.
When they played against the Steelers?
95.
Okay. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, we appreciate y'all for coming on tonight. I have gotten nothing but positive feedback for this panel because apparently, according to the masses, most of the time these types of topics are only discussed with women. So people are really interested to hear what married men have to say. Y'all look so we will dive right on in. Adrian, I'm going to leave you to the torture of these questions. I'll just put them on the screen and I'll let you lead the way.
Oh, I thought you wanted to,
You want me to do it?
Yeah, being a woman,
Okay, I got it.
Navigate this thing.
So how did y'all know that your wife was the one?
Can I go?
Go ahead.
She prayed for me.
Mm.
Not just prayed with me, but she prayed for me.
Come on, pray.
Not I don't even have to be present in the room. Like, she prays for me when I walk out the door. Her heart showed me this is the one. Like, and let me be transparent. It's my second time around.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm 10 years in on my second marriage.
Okay. How long did the first one last?
We don't even count that. That's a whole another life. That's my former life. I don't even call it nothing else. That's just my former life.
I will respect it.
And I'll say that too because I was a different man. So, I was a different man, a different being. I was 21 when I got married the first time.
Ooh, yeah.
So, I learned from past mistakes. And so, how do you know she's the one? This is the biggest statement I learned. There's two different types of women. There's the woman who wants to be married, and then there's the woman who wants to be the wife. That's all that this woman wanted to be a wife.
All right, well, you ain't gotta come like that. Damn.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a difference. It's
definitely. They should have went first.
And it's a difference. I think that people.
Oh, it's a big difference.
People have to understand that's a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? Of wanting to be married and wanting to be a wife. I need y'all to let that sink in for a second.
Yes,
I can give it to you real quick. The difference is the woman who wants to be married, she has a vision board of what her marriage is going to be like. She has the colors for the wedding. She know the flowers. She know the location. She know who going to be the guest. She know all this stuff. And like on her vision board next to her with the dress that she done already picked out is some dude standing next to her with a tuck with the word sucker right across his forehead. Oh, Lord. She just needs somebody to fill that spot.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
The woman who wants to be the wife, you can have all the expenses in the world to say, I'm gonna go do X, Y, and Z to have the wedding of yours. She don't care about that. I just want to be with you. I don't, as long as we do this in front of God, I don't care who else sees, witnesses, whatever. I'm just trying to spend life with you. The ceremony is whatever. I want to build life. I ain't trying to build popularity. Because, apparently marriages don't matter unless you change your status on social media.
Come on now. Preach the sermon.
But anyway, I digress.
Okay. BJ, how did you know she was the one? After all that.
Hold on. Let me pull out. I got to Google something real quick. Listen, this isn't my first go around as well. You know what I'm saying? I messed up. Doing exactly what he stated. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to fill a void. I thought that it was a benchmark that I had to, that I had to make, that I had to reach at a certain age. But I knew she was the one because she asked me how I was doing. That was it. She just asked me how I was doing, and she allowed me to unpack. And that was a big deal. When you have a lot on your mind and your heart, and that person allows you to unpack. Man, I mean, that was serious. I mean, just having a conversation, and it wasn't about her, and there was no, oh, me too, I went through the same thing. It was just really listening, and listening with the intent to understand, not the intent to respond, but just listening with the intent to understand, and then like holding your hand through those rough patches. That's how I knew that she was the one, and she was my friend. That's it. She was like, hey, this is the part where we're friends first. Everything else will come later, but we are going to be friends. And that's how I knew. I was like, yeah, this is it. Let me go ahead and jump this broom, say I do, say see, whatever language I got to say it in. I'm going to let her know that she is the one for real.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, for me, man, I think that I knew because it was just different. Like that was, you know what I'm saying? That and I'm pretty sure all the fellas can attest to this. Like something starts to get your mind sparking. Like, yo, it's something you tell somebody, whether it's your friend, somebody, brother, cousin, whoever. Like, yo, this kind of different. Like, I think this might be it. And you don't even know yet. And we ain't even talking about 2-3. Like, no, you're talking like after a couple months where you having that conversation. Like, yo, this is different. But like one of the biggest things that attracted me to my wife was that she had logic. She was logical. And it was like, it wasn't she, you know what I'm saying? Like she ain't try to one up me if we had a disagreement or any of that. Like we talked. So it was a logical conversation. I wasn't used to that. I was used to, you know what I'm saying? If there was a disagreement, they throwing a book at you. They trying to figure out every way to hurt you, everything. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like that. So it was so smooth and so cool that I'm like, yo, you got to show me something wrong. Like, what's going on here? Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like this,
make you skeptical.
yeah, had me super skeptical. I'm like, you can't be this cool now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't yelling at me or nothing. Like, hold up, what's up? And so, it was like we became friends and we was able to work together as a team and build. And I never dealt with that before. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I never dealt with that in a relationship where we was each other's cheerleader. We was there for each other. You know, she was going to school, whatever. We was like, yo, I'm right here, front row. What you need? What you want? What you trying to do? I never been through that before. And so I knew, I was like, yo, this ain't it time up. Like, I'm done. Throw everything away. I'm in this for life. So that's how it was for me, man. And yeah. Now
Facts, man. Like,
we're 6 years in.
it was just so funny. Like, I always prepared myself for the argument, starting with, "It's funny that," or you know what I'm saying. you know, you prepare yourself for the one-liners. You know what I mean, and you ready. But then it was like, yo, I wasn't having arguments. I had a disagreement, you know, or it wasn't even that. I just looked at it from a certain point of view, and she didn't agree with it, you know. And then that's what it was. And then it was, hey, well, okay, I see your point of view, but here's where I'm coming from. And I'm like, all right, wow, dang, I understand that. All right, but you know, and then at first it was, well, I can't let her know that I understand, you know what I mean? Because yo, she's setting me up for the okie doke. But then after a while, you know, a month, 2 months come around, and it's the same thing. You like, oh, she might be serious.
Hey yo,
Yo, hey yo, she really listening to the God. Like, okay, all right, you know, this is something. Then you know, you meet the family, and then it's, hey, just be you. And I went in there hard. I mean, I went in there with a red cup. Her father don't drink. I went to the house with a solo cup, with Henny in it. No ice. No
oh,
chaser. I went in there like, hey, bottle. Hey, had the, you know what I'm saying, the pint in the pocket. I was like, yo, I'm going in here. Tim's on. I'm in Tampa. It's like 82 degrees out. You know what I mean? I'm in some camo shorts and some Tims. You know what I mean? Hat low. Like, yo, I'm going in here hardcore. And she was just like, all right, well, if you're comfortable, you're not hot. I'm sitting there like, I'm trying to show out. I'm sweating, you know what I mean? Looking in my eyes and stuff. But she's like, well, okay, baby. Well, if that's how you want to go in, go in. I'm sitting there like, wow, she's allowing me to be me, even though I wasn't. I was trying to make a point because I was just so used to being hurt or so used to being told, you know what I mean, that you have to be somebody else. You have to act another way. And I didn't have to, and I didn't have to do that around her. Then after that, I was like, I called my peoples, like, yo, I caught myself a winner, like for real. I was happy. It was like show and tell. Now I'm putting pictures on Facebook. I don't even do that. Yeah, shorty. Was looking at me funny, like, yo, B, why your business out? Oh. Yeah, it's just been totally different. But her allowing me to unpack has been the most important thing. You know, you think about it when you're in, and I've been in other relationships, and I know that, and some of those relationships, I was the bad guy, right? You know, we all have our faults, and it's because I was transient. I wasn't trying to stay, even when I thought I was. But here, I got to unpack when you move into your home, when you move into your forever home, and that's your wife, that's your girl. You want to unpack. So all the baggage that you bring in life, you unpack, and that's what we did with each other. We sat down one night and we talked till the sun came out, and we unpacked, and that's what we do. We'll try to do it because our schedules are crazy, but at least twice a month on the weekend, we'll just sit there. We don't go nowhere. Phone is off, and we just unpack. And it's the best feeling in the world. Kind of make me kind of emotional. I'm hard, you know what I mean? I'm a Cowboy fan. We just lose tears. We can't be emotional like that because it's
No, sir.
we crying
Not
every
gonna let
day.
that slide.
But no, it's a beautiful thing as a man to be able to unpack, you know what I mean, to be able to be your true self, you know, and not try to hide behind some fake facade that as a man you don't cry, or as a man, you know, you're not able to show emotion. But I'm with my rock and I can do that. And it's it's freeing.
Do you guys think that your wives were wives before you met them? Like they were already wives?
I'll say, based on the upbringing, the women in her life that nurtured her, she definitely was a wife in training. I'm not gonna sit here and be naive and say she didn't have a life before me. Uh, Again, because I met her when she was 24. Think about what you were doing at 24. So, you know, so I know we. Okay, I got you. But no, I know everybody had a life, you know, prior to. But at the same time, I mean, as far as the nurturing part, the you know what I'm saying, the upbringing that teaches you how to be a woman, how to take care of home, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about just the cooking and cleaning stuff. I mean, you know, like tending to the needs of the people under your roof. Um, I learned that her mother, her grandmother, like they built like that and they passed that down. So yeah, before I met her, she had been like that. It was in her.
I think for my wife, it's because she's been through some things, you know, her upbringing was a little different. Uh, Beautiful mother, beautiful father, but circumstances in each household, arise, and it makes you grow. And I think that's what it was for her. I don't think that anybody's ever prepared to be a husband or to be a wife. I think that is something that is I think it's kind of like a learned behavior, right? So um the life we live and whether or not we want something or not draws us to make certain decisions to either go left or right. And I think that the things that my wife been through just put her down a certain path because she's very nurturing, and that's not only with me, but she's a great mom, she's a great sibling. Sometimes I got to make appointments, you know what I mean, because her brothers and sisters are calling, you know what I mean, just to get that advice. And she's not the oldest. You know what I mean? So that speaks volumes to who she is, as a woman, who she is just as a person in general, And so I think that her life is what put her in that position just to be the great human being that she is.
I have a small rebuttal on one part when you say some people aren't born to be wives or husbands. I think the part of that is the willingness to learn. Is that in you or not? So, like for instance, the bloodline that we talk about, that's you being schooled, being taught, and that's you being receptive to lessons.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when you meet your partner. For me to be your husband or you to be my wife, you got to be willing to learn me, learn my habits, learn my nature. Are you receptive to learning from me? Are you willing to teach me as well? So like all of that has to be in a person to determine it. So like, was that present before? I always say yeah.
Well, that's what's up. And you know what? I'm still learning that because you know what? That probably was in me, but I know like growing up, I just wanted to be single. I never wanted to get married. I
And
hate
that probably came from your upbringing.
But my parents have been married for almost 50 years.
Well, what was the relationship like?
Yeah. How's the dynamic?
You know what? I think they're dynamic. to me, honestly, and I'm gonna be 100% transparent. Their dynamic to me was false, and it seemed like that they had to be in that relationship because of their religion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Ooh.
Seemed like they,
No, I'm with you.
you know,
I'm
You
with
want
you.
to be single.
said, you know, their actions, you know what I mean, wasn't always what it was supposed to be. So seeing that, I was like, no, because as a child, you grew up in a house, you know, and I'm learning now that like even though I thought my childhood was peaceful, that like wow, like I have a lot of trauma, you know, because there was unspoken word, or when words were spoken, you know, it wasn't the truth, right? And then when you thought that they were going to work things out, they didn't, because somebody would come in and say, no, you just got to pray, and then that's going to work things out. And that's not the case, right? You know, God said faith without works is dead. But in that same instance, you're not seeking counseling. One for yourself, and then one to, you know, to propel your marriage. You're saying that only through prayer that this is going to work. Now, I'm not trying to knock anybody's religion, but what I'm saying is that even in the Bible, God told you that, hey, listen, you know, you need to work for perfection, right? You need to work to get things taken care of. You need to work to get things straight. And they wasn't. And I saw that and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm about to be single. I'm about to run these streets. I'm living a single life. You know what I mean? I'm like, I couldn't do it because it just didn't seem happy. It was marriage seemed like a chore. And so when I did it the first time, I did it because I thought that that's where I had to be. I was like 24, 25. I'm like, I'm trying to hit benchmarks. You know, here's where I'm supposed to be. Here's what I'm supposed to do. And I treated it like that. And then after a while, I treated it like an NFL contract. I was like, listen, you're not doing what you got to do. You cut. You're a free agent. Well, you know what? I'm a free agent. I'm out. Because it just didn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? And that was my attitude. And then I met someone that was like, nah, that's not how we're supposed to be. That's not how it is. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to let you be that way. But I'm not going to let you be that way on your time. So, hey, we're going to talk. We're going to date. You know what I mean? And we're actually going to date. We're going to become friends. You're going to talk to me. And it may take 3 months for you just to say, hey, I don't like Brussels sprouts. But you know what? Within that 3 months, we made an accomplishment. And that was her thing. Like you said, she didn't have a vision board. There was no vision board. Her timeline was our timeline, you know? And from that, I was like, yo, that's what's up, you know? And so that's why I said, you know what I mean? That I didn't think that you can, you know, it was something that it was taught or like you grew into, because I had technically, you know what I mean, seen a great relationship, but
You saw a relationship.
exactly.
Yeah, I knew for me, like, so that's the thing, because my parents been married 40 plus years, 48 years, I want to say. So they honing in on that 50 as well too. But just keeping it transparent, what I saw, it wasn't necessarily what I wanted. You know, I mean, the dynamic worked for them, but that couldn't have never worked for me. Seeing them and their dynamic and growing up in the space of how they were, I didn't even think they liked each other. Like, to be honest, like I don't even know. I'm like, I don't even know how y'all deal with each other.
Oh, have mercy.
Yeah,
That's some blunt honesty right there, boy.
yeah, you know. But once again, when you talk about, especially from that religious standpoint, I think that definitely plays a big part of it. You know, especially being from the South and the Bible Belt, like, God gonna work it out. We gonna pray this thing out. We gonna fix it. I don't care how bad it is. We finna work it out. We finna stay, even if we separate. We ain't getting no divorce. All of that.
I remember your mama. That's a praying woman, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's
We're in the business. Hell no, I'm out.
right. Well, you like you know, because I mean, I've asked that. You know, I would ask, especially when I was younger, like, you sure this what you want to do? Like, you want to stay in this? Like, no. So I'm just gonna keep it a buck before we go to the next topic, because I was just like, I'm like, don't stay because of us. Like, this is me as a youngster. Like, saying, like, don't stay because of us.
I'm sorry, bro. My bad.
He is like,
I braced myself to feel one, really.
Well, because
That was
you know,
real.
that's another
That
thing
was
we don't
real,
really
yeah.
talk about. Like, people stay for the kids, but the kids see the animosity that you have for each other,
Yep.
and it wears on them as well too. So
Hey,
it's
I
like,
100%. I 100%.
yeah, you be like, yo, don't
That
stay
was my
because of
deciding
us.
factor
Like,
in my
like,
split.
And my parents couldn't get a divorce. Like, we grew up Jehovah's Witness.
What?
So unless somebody cheated, you can't get a divorce. You can't get a divorce over irreconcilable differences. You stuck. I remember, I swear, I remember my parents was 13. I was 13. And my parents got into an argument. And I walked upstairs and unlocked the door. And then walked downstairs to my room. My room was in the basement at the time. I walked upstairs, unlocked the door, and then walked back downstairs throwing my headphones. So I was like, look, somebody got to go. You know what I mean? Either on the timeout, y'all figure this out because it's too much yelling. Y'all making my CD skip because y'all I'm showing my age, but y'all stepping on the floor. I ain't had an Andy skip at the time, but you know what I'm saying? But don't jump in. Like, yo.
hey man, hey,
That's crazy.
Oh man, the bad part is that probably happened about last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Oh,
hey man, I'm just saying, hey bro,
It was
it's
right
crazy.
the time
The
that
only, I asked that question specifically because I hear a lot of women saying that I'll do this and I'll do that when I get the man that deserves it. And I'm always countering that with, well, you supposed to already be this.
Right.
It doesn't matter what the man is or who he is. You're always supposed to be a wife no matter what, and feminine no matter what, submissive no matter what, because that's who you were created to be.
And that's another thing,
take his
like,
I'm
masculinity on and
gonna
off.
get on that. I'm gonna get on that.
yeah, I think that you got to have wife energy, right? So
Oh yeah.
we see that where, okay, I'm gonna do that when I meet the right one. Like, it don't just happen.
It's
You know
not
what
a
I'm
switch
saying?
you turn on. Nah,
It's
it's not. It's either it's in you or it's not.
right. It's in you or it's not. You know what I'm saying? What women need to focus on is, I need to be me, right? Like, as a woman, you should be thinking, I need to be me. If I can't be me with this person, this ain't the person for me, right?
Yep.
So if
But
you a
maybe
wife,
you ain't. People don't
go
want to
ahead.
be around you, so you need to fix that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, but it goes to what you just said, right? You said that like, I'll be a wife when I meet the right man, you know, that's gonna be my husband. And it's like, no, you just can't turn the switch on. Like, you need to, if you want to be a wife, you need to be a wife, right? Now, if he's not husband material, you need to move on. That be the problem. You have some women that's being wives to men that ain't looking to make them, you know, wives to them.
That's where I
the
was
biggest
gonna go with
problem.
that.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
was gonna hit that one because I wanted to make sure. Shout out to my girl Courtney J, man. She tuning in tonight. Appreciate you supporting. But we discussed this. She sat in for me one night with I Am Woe podcast. And biggest thing, like I said, I've always hit on is stop giving girlfriend treatment without the title. Stop giving wife treatment without the title. Make them earn it. Like, trust me, if it's in you, it'll be there, and he's gonna pull it out of you. You saying, like you were saying, being the submissive, and if it's in you, his presence and what he reaches and pulls out of you, it's gonna come out. So if the wife is in you and is waiting to come out, you know what I'm saying, he gonna do his. As long as he's reaching and trying to get to that, trying to activate that, you good. But it's people who do that and they give that of themselves to folks that don't deserve it, ain't worked for it, ain't earned a piece of you. But you just freely give it, and then you just empty when he gone. He out. He done got everything he wanted.
Yeah. And that's why I always put the onus back on women. You gotta choose better. It's not up to him to pull anything out of you, in my opinion. You are who you are at all times. I've never met a masculine man who I had to pull his masculinity out of him. He is a man at all times.
No, I think the onus falls on both people. You know, like, if you're not being honest with yourself, how are you going to be honest with your partner, male or female? You know, like, so if I go into a relationship, you know what I mean, not knowing that I want to be there, then what is she doing? What am I doing? We're wasting each other's time.
But like, first of all, there's not for me as a woman, I won't allow you in my space if you're if you're not the energy that I need. Yeah, you can't come over here.
Facts.
So that's my fault if I let you over here and I can't be the feminine woman that I need to be.
But I think
Right.
that a lot of people are in love with the idea of being in love and being in a relationship. That's it.
You
Like they just in
right.
love with the idea because a lot of
Right.
people don't want to be alone. So they just in love with the idea of being in a relationship. You
It's
know what
that,
I mean?
and
I'm in love
they
with the idea of
fantasize.
like, yeah.
That part, the delusion.
Mhm.
Like you say, the whole thing about parents. Like, it's another thing I harp on too. You can't have a marriage based on what you saw mom and daddy have, or how long you seen mom and daddy, or what you think big mom and them had. You don't know what they had going on behind closed doors.
Ooh,
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Base
Right.
your marriage, base your relationship on strictly the person you're with. Set your rules, set your boundaries on strictly the person you're with. It's really that simple.
simple.
If you feel like monogamy is not something that you're good at and you're dealing with someone who has the same thing, set y'all boundary for it. It's y'all relationship, y'all rules. Forget what the world got to say about it, because guess what?
Mhm.
They don't pay y'all bills. They don't reside in y'all house. They have nothing to do with your household. But stop trying to live the American dream that mom and dad, you think mom and daddy had, or you think big mama and papa had. It ain't that, bro. It's a fairy tale.
My wife and I
Right.
was talking about that. That's the same conversation we had. We said that you know what, we think that the success that we've been having is that we decided that hey, you know what, we're going to go through our own growing pains. Now we will listen, or we will talk to those that have experience, in relationships, because you can pull or you can draw, from their experience. But that's all we do. We draw from it, right? Like you can give me an opinion, and that's all it is. It's not fact.
Mhm.
It's not law. You know what I mean? It's just an opinion. We're going to base everything off of what we've been through, right? And if I can take a little bit of this and a little bit of that and add it to our relationship and it works and it makes it successful or it makes things easier, then so be it. Other than that, this is our own experience. That's it. And I told my kids, I told my son, like, listen, whatever you do in your relationship is your own experience. I can give you advice off of what I've been through, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Nothing is the same. So the relationship my wife and I have, her parents didn't have. My parents didn't have. My older cousins didn't have. My aunts and uncles didn't have. So where do we draw? So who do we go to, you know what I mean, to find out how best to handle a situation? We go to ourselves. Hey, how do you feel about that, babe? I don't like it. Well, you know what? I don't like it either. All right, well, throw that out. That's not gonna work for us. You know what I mean? Now we back in the drawing board. You know what I mean? We got our whiteboard. We'll erase the stuff on the whiteboard and then we'll write something else down. You know what I mean? Or she'll text me and be like, "Hey, how do you feel about this?" I don't know. Let's talk about it when I get back. And then that's our conversation for that day. Then after that, how was work? Oh, work was this and that was that. But that's what we do. We have conversation on how we feel about certain things, right? Sometimes it feels like we're throwing something against the wall and seeing if it sticks. And if it does, we've been successful because that's what it is. Like my relationship can't be based off anybody else's. Because if my relationship was based off my parents, once the door was unlocked, I was out. I was going to take out the garbage or get some bread. And I'll be back to 2046. Like I was going like, but but that's not what we do. You know what I mean? The door's locked. We're gonna sit in here and we're just gonna talk about it. We'll unlock the door. We'll go stand outside. You know what I mean? Talk about something else. Laugh and joke and giggle. You know what I mean? Have a sip, smoke a hookah, go out to lunch. You know what I mean? You know, we like wine. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go to, and we're in Virginia. You know what I mean? So this is wine and ciderville. So we'll go out. You know what I mean? Sip on something, talk about something totally different, then come back to it 24 to 48 hours later. Why? Because our minds are clear, our hearts are clear. We're able to think about it, and now we can have an honest conversation, and that's been working for us. My parents ain't do that, and that's been even more encouragement to be like, don't be like them. No disrespect, but I'm
They
not
was praying. They was
yeah, I'm not them.
So I want to ask. So I do want to ask this because before we move on to the next topic too, how long did it take y'all to know
I
that
know
she
you
was the
gonna
one?
do that. I
Oh
know
yeah,
you gonna do that.
I can't let us move on
That's a
before we answer
good
that question.
one. That's a good one.
All right, so coming out of a previous, my former life, you know, my instinct is I ain't never getting married again. I'm not doing this again because everybody tells you how easy, you know, it's so easy to get married. Everything is laid out for you to get married. Getting divorced is hell. And if you think getting married was tough, I promise you, getting divorced will be even tougher than that. All right.
Preach.
But I want to say, getting out of it is hell because there is no, all right, we done. I don't like you. You don't like me. No, it don't. It's not that simple. It's really not. Never mind. I ain't gonna do that.
Not with social media. Trust me, I got
you know
deal with all of them.
Social media is that's the devil when it comes to relationships, boy. But anyway,
Glad I got divorced before social media.
But how long, man? Look at you. God bless your soul.
Fuck you.
But how long did it take? Truth be told, the more that you pour into me, like I said, a man's natural state is a protector. And when I realize I'm ready to take a bullet for you, or send one back, you know what I'm saying? It took me 4 months, maybe less.
Damn.
Maybe less. Trust me, when a man know what he want, he gonna go get it.
Facts. I gotta say, it took me. I think it was about 3 months. So every
I want to know how. I'm about to ask how long you.
So every Tuesday. Hey, yo, shout out to Tampa, shout out to JCSC, man. Every Tuesday, right? Me and my peoples, right? We were going to the strip club. That was our job because we already knew Tuesday was gonna be stressful.
Why y'all never take me? Feel disrespected.
Yeah, my bad, D. My bad. So we would go to the strip club, right? That was our thing. You know what I'm saying? With no disrespect, whatever. We'll go. My shorty knew I was going. You know what I mean? Because I would tell her, she'd be like, hey, where you at? She already knew. Hey, headed to the strip club. Bad day at work, he going to the strip club. She already knew.
That's love.
Yeah. So I leave the strip club. It's about 3, 4 in the morning. That's about 2 in the morning. I call her, like, what you doing? She's like, hey, she like, you know, I'm up, I'm chilling, waiting for you to come home. I'm like, all right, cool. Come on, let's go get something to eat. So you already know we're in the South. Florida is still part of the South. We going to the Waffle House, right? So we go to the Waffle House. We chilling or whatever. There was some girls that was at the strip club at that time. Wasn't the strippers, right? They up there chilling, partying, doing whatever. They're sitting right behind me and my now wife. I knew she was the one when I'm sitting there and I had to tell her, like, hey, listen, I talked to her and said hi and was joking with them, but nothing happened. That's how I knew she was the one. Because the dog in me or just BJ and me would have been like, yo, it ain't none of her business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to do nothing but stay black and die. You feel me? But it was like, yo, I had to tell her, like, hey, listen, I spoke to her, nothing happened, you know, and I want you to know that because I need to be upfront and honest with you. And then that's when I knew. I was like, yo, I'm different. I'm different because I'm not telling anybody nothing that's not my business, or I don't feel as though they're entitled to knowing. But I felt that she was entitled to knowing something because I didn't want to hurt her. So while I'm sitting there eating, I'm thinking about how her heart would feel if somebody came back and told her something later. And I couldn't even finish my food. I had to get it to go because I felt that guilty, and I didn't do anything. And they attested to it. They both get like, no, he was a perfect gentleman or what have you. But I felt that guilty. I can't finish my food because I feel as though I hurt her or I lost her trust. And that was the worst feeling in the world. The worst feeling in the world. I know that when we went home that night and I kissed her and we went to sleep, I still didn't go to sleep because I still felt guilty because I didn't think that she was being totally honest with me. So that's when I knew she was the one. Because I'm like, if I'm staying up 2 to 3 hours after the fact to figure out whether or not I hurt her or whether or not what she entrusted me with was her heart, if I did something wrong with that, or if I did wrong by her, then you know what? I'm not the man who I thought I was or who I was trying to grow to be. And I was devastated. And did nothing wrong, but devastated. Like, wow. So that's what I knew. We was
What
like
strip club was
thinking,
this?
man.
'Cause I'm mad. I ain't know nothing about strip club.
This was the one. Which one is this? This the one up for
That's a strip club in Tampa.
nah?
No.
Yo, so we was man, what's the
See how y'all neglecting me? This is terrible. I feel some type of way.
I'm,
How
I'm
they
trying
worked
to
it though, like
I'm trying to remember the joke now, man.
I'm in a heartbeat of them out here. So
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah, man. For me, it was so simple. Like the timeline just crazy. So I met her in November, right? Met her in November 14. We became cool. We talking. So January we actually kind of started dating, right? And then by March, I was like, yo, I think I'm done. Like, I think I'm done. I think I found my wife.
Yes, Debbie. Yes.
I was like,
that's
I'm done. So I told my cousin.
that, sir, is called whip appeal. That's what
So
that
I was like, I was like, yeah, I literally think I'm done. And so I was like, I think I'm done. So then you have March. Then in September, I went and bought the ring. Right? I bought the ring. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be it. Ring by November, which was a year, I proposed. Like
like
it was
when a
just
man know what he want, he going to get it.
he going to get it. That's what I
All
try to
in.
tell people. Like I'm like, yo, when a man know what he want, he gonna get it. Like he coming to get it. He gonna get you. If a man bebopping with you,
He said people.
Hey, listen, all in.
yo, we going for what we want. Like and sometimes and what sisters like, I really need you to understand when a man is really going for what he want. Like he gonna be on you, but it's not superficial. Like his actions are gonna line up with his
He
words.
said
You're not even
Debbie.
gonna question. You're not
Yeah.
even gonna question it. Like you like, dang, like he going hard. But then like when he tell you he's showing up at 5 o'clock, he mean he's showing up at 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how a man gonna do when he all in. Like his words and actions are gonna line up.
Yes, they do.
Listen,
All day.
I'm there. You know what I mean? It went from, hey, look, my boys hit me up, we running the streets, to I'm coming up with excuses. Hey, y'all, I got the sniffles. Can't even make it out tonight, dog. Can't even make it out. You know what I mean? And then it just went to, I don't want to go. Like I want to stay right here. We about to throw these covers on. You know what I mean? We about to Netflix and chill. We about
Y'all whip
to find
asses.
video and yeah, you know what? But it's a good feeling. It's a
Okay.
good feeling to be what. Well, I'm
I
good.
know.
Yo. Like,
I
yo,
know.
I'm
Man,
like,
what is happening here?
I know.
What is happening? I'll say this. So me and Shawty used to work together, but I didn't speak to her. I was still in my former life, and I'm being good.
this is the back
So
in
I'm
the
not.
day.
I'm head down and I'm working. You know, I'm head down and I'm working. I
I
saw her from a distance, and I ain't gonna lie, red, big old booty. You gotta stay away from me. I ain't playing with you. No, nope, nope, not
Oh
doing
my
it.
God.
Because truth be told, by that point in time, I was a broken man.
Mm.
I was a broken man from my previous life, so I didn't even know how to engage with other people, especially other women, and that used to just come naturally to me. So I really had to put pieces of myself back together just to get to the point to be able to say, "Hey, how you doing?" Like the first time we even was in the same area, she walked on the elevator I was on. I probably melted into the paint
Oh Lord.
just to steal it. Stop breathing and everything. But that was our first interactions was probably around July. So y'all know what happened November 4th, 2008.
No.
Y'all don't know what
that's
monumental moment. Yeah.
Obama.
Yeah.
Obama.
So I got off and then we headed up to Tougaloo. Shout out Tougaloo. What's happening? But I was with my partner and we went up there. We're gonna kick it out there. We got folk out there. We're gonna chill. And we on the campus and I'm hanging out. And then I get a call or somebody trying to break in my apartment. Remember I told you about that natural instinct, that protector?
Mm-hmm.
It hit me. Because I've been dodging my feelings for this woman. I ain't supposed to feel like this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been noticing things. She's been showing me things. And I ain't supposed to feel like this. What I kept telling myself.
You sound like Kevin Gates. Sorry.
I don't know about all that.
You sound like Kevin Gates when you talk.
I don't know about all that.
As long as you don't put a feather in your hat, I'm good.
That's the least of my concerns when it comes to him anyway, man.
Right.
But now, so I'm rolling over there, like I'm hitting it, and only thing that just hitting me is like, bro, if something happened to her, it's never gonna sit well with you because you never told this woman how you feel about her. You've been fighting it for too long. If something happened to this woman, you've never told her how you fought that for so long. So how you gonna do this? If she all right, what you gonna do? We gonna walk away? I had made up in my mind then, like, nah, she gotta hear me. So I walked in the door and I saw she was safe and I seen what somebody was trying to pry at the door or whatever. But I walked in the door, saw she was safe. Look, hey, stop everything right now.
I know you did.
I just need to tell you face to face because I had fought this for too long. I love you. And I honestly don't care if you love me back right now. I just need you to know how I feel about you. I am not going to let another minute, another day, nothing go by without you knowing how I feel about you. So Obama came in and so did I.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Okay, we're gonna move to the next topic because y'all getting too sentimental for me. I need y'all to help these single hoes get married.
Stop trying to change them. Stop trying to change them.
We giving you game.
Yeah.
Listen. Okay.
Trying to give him
99
right, cents. Shout out to Jay-Z.
99 problems.
Okay. What were some immediate turnoffs or deal breakers for the women that you didn't choose to be your wives? Like, what are some things that women do that men just don't like?
Your mouth.
Number one. That's number one.
Hey, say it again in case
your mouth
got on.
And I'll be direct about all this. I'm not biting my tongue. I don't need you opening your mouth and speaking and you not even thinking of the words that's coming out. You just speaking with pure emotion. If I'm over here making sense to you, you just so determined to be right. I'm gonna let you have it, bro. Because my phrase for 2022 has definitely been nobody listen to woe until it's too late. I don't need to hear, well, I should have. I don't care. I really don't. One thing I love about this woman, we gonna talk. Like we gonna hash it out. We don't argue. Like Buddy was saying, I ain't know what that felt. I was like, what is this? We don't argue, and I was scared about that because I was like, everybody tell you if y'all don't fight, it's not a real relationship. It's not a toxic relationship.
Facts.
When you're in a healthy relationship, communication is open. Even when you don't agree, even when you're not on the same page, we can sit down, we can talk, and like you said, I see what you're saying. I see your point. My perspective, my point of view is different. My way of thinking is different. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to listen to what your way is. All right, well, let's find some common ground. Because ladies, here's the truth. Men who really are invested in the relationship, we have a thought process. You want to be right or you want to be happy? I'm not always here to be right. I promise you. Because sometimes that don't get you nowhere.
No.
So I'm not looking to fight with you. I promise you. We not on opposite sides. We on the same team, baby.
Facts.
Your mouth.
Want peace.
You start doing this right here. My ears going deaf. I promise you.
Yeah. I'm not hearing none of it. You're
Talk to
absolutely
me.
right.
Talk to me like you got some sense, and actually like you actually like me.
Yeah. Talk to me like you really want to talk. Like, yo,
I
talk
think
They
to
that
me
don't
might
like
show
be
that.
the issue. Most of the time, women are talking, number one, because they don't trust you and they don't like you for real.
They also didn't feel heard in their past relationships.
Yeah.
A lot
They
of
don't.
dudes have anger issues, so they did a lot of shouting too.
Yeah.
You know what I found out too? It seemed like a lot of times it's not even a past relationship, but it's childhood trauma.
Mhm.
So how
That
you
plays a
grew
big
up,
role.
how was
Mhm.
your mother treated?
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And then on top of that, go deeper. It's like, how was your father treated? Because how your father was treated, you know what I mean, speaks volumes on how he treated your mother, how he treated you, but how he
If he
treated
was even there.
himself. Yeah. But even if he was there, was he there? You know what I mean? Me being physically present doesn't mean that I'm there emotionally, mentally, and spiritually.
Yeah. Well, most
I'm
women
just there.
never had a relationship with a man ever. So when they get into a relationship, they don't even know how to talk to a man.
Yeah.
And if they witness their mother talking to a man, the chances of that being a good encounter probably was slim to none.
But I don't even want to take it off the father. Again, how is he there in a
Daddy
relationship?
issues.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, you know, it's daddy issues. How is your father there in a relationship? Not your mother. How was your father there? Was he really there for you? You know what I mean? Holistically, right? Speaking, right? Was he there for you? Did your father take the time out to actually listen to you and to speak with you?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Did your father take the time to actually speak with your mom, not at your mother? You know what I mean? Because these are things that we look at and we take and we're like, well, damn. You know what I mean? Because it plays a vital role in who we are as men and women, right? Is how was our parents growing up? You know what I mean? And now I start looking at hindsight being 2020. My father talked at my mother a lot. My father talked at me and my sister a lot. That's what he did. I guess that's how he felt he had to communicate. You talk at me. You didn't talk to me. You know what I mean? You were never on the same accord or the same page with my mom. You know, same page or same accord with my mom. You know, never. You talked at everybody because you felt or you thought as though that's how you were to be a man. You know what I mean? So toxic masculinity plays a vital role, you know, in turn off and deal breakers. Why? Because that come through, and now you think you got to be that. Like, listen, sweetie, I'm the man in this relationship. I don't need you to tell me how to be a man. I'm not gonna yell at you. You feel me? I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I ain't gotta talk over you. You know what I mean? To prove my masculinity. I'm gonna talk to you. Why am I raising my voice? Now my throat hurt. You know what I mean? I'm trying to drink tea with lemon. I'm messing up on a Henny. Nah, I'm not doing all that. It's tiring. Why?
Getting white round the mouth.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I'm
Right, Boosie.
mess around, start drooling. You know what I mean? Bite my tongue. Words come out wrong. I'm not doing all that. You know what I mean? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you. That's it. Now you can get mad, you can get loud. You know what I mean? So now you're looking for a certain interaction. Why? Because that's what your father gave you, and that's what your father gave your mother. But over here, it's not happening. Now you're trying to say that I'm not a man. Why am I not a man? Because I'm not abusive with my tongue, or I'm not abusive. I'm not giving you what you're used to. That's crazy. Nah. Mm-mm. So you were right. The turn off and deal breakers is your mouth. Like, yo, don't come crazy. But I'm not saying like don't tell me how you feel. Holla at me. But you know, there's a way to talk. The same way you talk to your coworker, or you talk to your boss because you want to keep your job, is the same way you talk to your husband or you talk to your boyfriend. Why? Because you want to keep that relationship. If you want to work through the differences, then talk to that man with dignity. Man, talk to that woman with dignity. Because everybody's bringing something to the table. It's not a 50-50 deal. It's 100%. You got to give me 100%. And I will give you 100%. If you're giving me 50%, I'm out. You can't even give 50% to a team. If you give 50% on a basketball team or a football team, they're going to cut you or they're going to trade you. Why? Because you wasn't in it for the team. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing in a relationship. You have to be in it for that. And if
Mhm.
not, then you got to go.
What's another deal breaker for y'all?
Money. What I mean by that is, if the only way you want to spend time with me or do anything with me involves me having to shell out cash.
Y'all know how I feel about that one. I told y'all how I did it. Well, I definitely told Didi.
You feel me? I ain't got no problem doing nothing for a woman. You feel me? If I love you, if I got it, you got it. Period. At the same time, that's the only time you want to be around me.
Facts.
Where are we going? What we doing? Oh, can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? Can you shut the
That is tacky as fuck.
like?
But it's out here though.
It
I
is.
know. Oh
I've been
my
there.
God, it makes my skin crawl.
But it's
Did y'all see that text message? What was it on the Shade Room or one of them? But it was a dude showing. It was a woman asked him. So like, what's up? What's the deal with you? You got your own car, got your own house.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he told her, yeah, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. You know, he said, but you know, what about you? What about me? Well, you know, men are supposed to be this and this and that. So no, I'm good. I stay with my mama and get child support and I'm straight. I'm just trying to find out about you. Brett was like, no, I'm out.
And that's how they feel.
Right. Exactly how they feel. It's
So
messed up, but that's what it is. But I'm with you.
it's
Money.
trash to me, bro. Like it's trash. I am nobody's ATM. I ain't a slot machine. You ain't finna pull my stick and think you finna get something up out of me. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Men use money when they can't provide anything else for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
According to Jay,
So-
what we talked about Sunday.
So you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. So that's what they do. Cause it's like, I mean, this money gonna take off everything else. Cause it's just transactional for them. So I'm gonna give you this
Yep.
bread and you gonna give me what I need, and that's all I'm gonna get.
So
It's
what's the
just gonna
word
be a
for it
trans-
when there's transactions involved? What's the word for it? We spoke about it Sunday on the Iowa podcast. What's the word for it? Say it. Piss them off. Say it.
Hey man, from what hey, I always knew that as prostitution, but
There you go.
Yeah.
but you know, to each his own, right? You know,
Well,
I
Adrian,
mean,
I feel like you
Ain't not.
had that same conversation with the women's panel when you discussed them always touting their degrees and they make money, like that's what they say they bring to the table, and that's not even what men care about.
At all.
Right.
But
But women care about money though. See, it's a difference on the flip side. But
Oh, yeah.
what women need to understand is like the typical man that's just throwing around money. It's a reason why he's just throwing
Oh
around
yeah,
money.
he's
You
a
know what I'm
lame.
saying?
He can't do nothing
He's a
else.
Rick Ross.
That's all he can do.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's it. And I think women that want more out of the situation have to understand what they're getting themselves into when it comes to that.
I
But
don't
yeah,
think women really understand what they're asking for.
Mm,
Like the
No,
qualities that they ask for in a man, I don't think they understand what they're getting into.
Because I
No.
think they are mixing up the Real Housewives or whatever reality show they watching, you know what I mean, with what they really want. And that's what it is. Like, yo, you letting TV dictate your life right now. So now you sitting here miserable, and then when you miserable, all of a sudden we already know you miserable because you just went to God on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. You know what I mean? Sometimes God put people in your life, and then
Yo,
you know
don't
what
do
I'm
it.
saying? And that's why, because like, yo, you don't know what you want. You don't know what you really need. Why? Because you're letting people dictate you, or you're letting, you know what I mean, these songs dictate to you what a man is supposed to be or what he want. You let this rapper tell you that, yo, a dude gonna spend millions and this on you. Why?
When? How? You don't qualify, ma'am. You don't qualify.
Exactly. Like, yo, you're not even on that level. Stop it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And even if you were, again, stop it because you got cheated on 13 times, Khloe Kardashian. You know what I mean? 4 or 5
If
kids
you
out of
were qualified, you wouldn't have them.
Kardashian
You would be in that circle. You don't even know anybody that make that much money to even touch those kind of people.
Those are unicorns, bro. But even then, when you do touch them, I promise you, there is nothing about you that's gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna change my entire life to be with this woman.
So what stopped that unicorn from getting cheated on? Absolutely nothing.
Now,
Dude
Hey,
had
you-
3 kids out of wedlock. He had 3 kids out of. Why? Because like yo, it is what it is. Like
they got options.
yeah, no disrespect. Most of them are just backseat back shots. That's it. Like yo, you just look good to put on the picture. You know what I mean? To put on Instagram. Yo, you're a face. And if you want to be a face, then all right, be a face. But if you want to be a wife, and for dudes, if you want to be a husband, then you come off that way. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, that's what you show. The energy that you put out is what you're going to receive. I'm a big component
there
about
you go.
energy. You know what I mean? And I protect mine. I protect my wife. My wife protects mine. You know what I mean? Because I'm a guy, so I don't see stuff. And she'd be the first one to jump in front, like, nah, we good. Because I'd be like, huh? What happened? I'm slow as hell. You know?
So
We're good, love, enjoy.
no.
Exactly.
Another deal breaker for me was your cleanliness. Like,
Oh,
yo, I don't know about y'all, but I have dated some dirty chicks, and I realized like you dirty. Like
Man, listen,
you dirty. Like coming over to their spot, and you like you
stuff
would
out of
literally
place.
let me come over here with your spot looking like this. Like
How you do that? How you find yourself? Like, where your sense at?
yo,
Like, what's the
deal
deal? Like,
breaker.
yo, how you got dirty clothes from 3 weeks ago? What was you doing? Ain't nobody that busy to not wash clothes. How you not make your bed? That's something you've been doing since you was 6. You know, in a black family, you was making your bed early.
Listen,
I rebel to get the make bed thing. Like, okay, if we finna have company over something cool, but
I can't even start my day without making my bed first.
I ain't built
Yeah.
like
I
that.
can't do it. Like things don't go right if my bed's not made.
Yeah, if you wasn't cleaner than me,
I
that
can't
was a
do it.
problem for me.
I'll say straight in the room, but I am not a stickler for making no bed.
I have OCD, so
You
I'll let you
had to
have
be
that.
cleaner than me.
Let me
If
put
you
it
wasn't
this
cleaner
way.
than me,
place
you
for
had
you,
no
people.
chance.
If your house looks lived in, that's cool because you know what, you busy. But if your house look like, you know what I'm saying, I'm in a horror flick,
Something blew
you got
up.
a problem. How you have a dishwasher and your dishes is dirty?
Come over, you got week-old Chick-fil-A bags in your room.
I'll be in here
like,
spazzing like,
yo, I'm telling you, I
How
done
you have a
dealt with
washer and
wife
dryer and it
stuff.
look like you got to go to the laundromat? Like I'm looking at you like, yo, should I give you quarters? Like, what's good? Like, that's crazy.
it's right here. Just carry it into.
Yeah. You got to take 13 steps instead of putting it in the cart and dragging it down the block. You know what I mean? Yo, we came up. We don't do that no more.
Our laundry basket got wheels on it.
clothes?
Just drag it down the hall.
Man, look.
Come on.
I don't do dirty. I don't do disorganized. No. I'm a Libra. My scales got to always be balanced. Period.
But that speaks
Anything
volumes
knock it
to
off,
who you
it's
are.
But you know what? I'm gonna say that too. Like, don't get me wrong about that part. When you say scales back, I'm a Libra as well. I'm actually the very last day.
Me too.
22nd.
No, you the last day of what?
October.
No, September. My bad. Oh, you October Libra. Y'all different.
Exactly. I'm the best of both worlds. I'm that and a Scorpio.
Oh,
but
Lord.
yeah, dangerous.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Right about that.
But now it's for me, I know, like, I say this because I see the young man in the comments, like, what about us single men? Nobody's perfect, all right? So you're not gonna find a golden goose. You're gonna have to have some give and take where they might be excellent in this area. They may not be.
Don't tell him that. Not him.
I'm just being this just general information. But he don't need to. Okay, all right, my bad. She said you don't need it. You don't deserve it.
Not him. Everybody else listen to this advice. Juan, you don't. Nope.
No, but I say you have to have give and take. Like I said, everybody's not gonna be perfect in every single area. You know what I'm saying? Or check every box that you're looking for. So you have to say, is there something that I'm gonna be like, can I live with this? Okay, you suck at putting your shoes up, or you got keep socks around the bed or something. Like, is this a deal breaker? Like, for real, for real? And I understand some people say they have OCD. I get it.
Oh, yes,
but what they bring to the table, do they bring peace of mind to you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Do they bring positive energy to you? Do they show love to you? Do they show love to the kids? Do they protect you? Do they make you feel loved? Are you finna break this because I'm sick and tired of kicking your shoes every time I walk in the door? Like, we gonna have it out. We gonna talk about this. We're gonna set some rules, and I'm gonna adjust as we go. But I'm not finna break deals over this. Like sometimes some folk get so picky.
No.
The thing that's funny to me is the whole B Simone joint where they start talking to the girl. She's like, they was like, describe your perfect man. She's like, he tall and he this and he got a pit bull in the backyard with a. And I was like, that's a lot of women who sound like that too. What's so funny about it? That's a lot of. But then, as much as we want to point fingers at women, some men are like that too. She gotta have this. She gotta have that. She need to have this. Yeah. Stop. Cause I'm like, you looking for unicorns. You looking for that gold at the end of the rainbow. Chill. You will be single forever. And if that's what you want, then just say that. But don't say you out here looking for the real and you ain't giving nobody a real chance.
Yeah. And let me caveat. The reason why I said don't give Juan that advice.
I don't even want to know.
Juan is my friend. No, Juan is my friend, and he is an amazing man. Amazing. And he gives the worst people a chance. The worst.
He sounds like he got a big heart.
Well, that sounds like one need to sit down, look himself in the mirror, and figure out why he picking who he picking. That's really what
when I tell you, Juan, any woman would be like super lucky to have this guy.
Have standards. Stick to your standards. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
these bitches ain't shit.
Bend your standards or just bypass them just to give somebody a chance. Like, no, if they not hitting the markers, they not hitting the markers. But just don't be.
He likes a challenge. We done with each other. He too goddamn over challenging.
That's my wife. That's my wife.
You need to get these challenges up. Damn.
Hey,
man, I'll be rooting for Juan, man.
Juan, you got it. Yeah, boy. Don't give in to your standards, my boy.
Please.
Hey man, I'll say this because I'm gonna tell you what it sounds like. I had somebody who's a friend like that. Like, I'll be supportive when you're going through. I don't want to see you in heartbreak. But if you keep having the same issues happening, you do know I'll get tired of listening at some point. Because I'm like, I'm hearing the same story every time.
I'm gonna listen to you, Juan.
It's you, my boy. It's you. It's you, my boy.
I told him you allowed it. You allowed
right.
it. Allowed
man
it.
is like that, yo. He feel as though he got to be in a situation where he got to fix it. Like sometimes you just can't fix it, you know. Like listen.
No, but he got a big heart. He can't come to Atlanta.
He got a huge heart and an even bigger wallet.
She told us to come to Atlanta with. No, you can't come to Atlanta with that.
Oh Lord, they're gonna drink. No,
you cannot. Them scammers is out there.
There's certain states, certain cities, certain towns you can't be in because you know what? Listen, they've been working for this.
That man gonna be in there like T-Pain. He in love with strippers.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's a man of morals, so that ain't gonna work for him. He ain't about to be in.
What that means? Strippers go to church.
Yep, they go to church.
Not that. Juan is a Hebrew Israelite, so he is very strict on his religion. So
I promise you, here and there, you'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
They hide it real good.
There's some stuff they just ain't gonna be able
to. Amen.
Amen. We about to go to the next topic, y'all.
All right, let's get it.
Okay. This was one of Drena's topics that she wanted to talk about, but she's not here. Do men marry for love, or do they marry the best person available when they feel they are ready for marriage?
Oh wow!
I go first. Okay. A bit of both. I'm gonna keep it a buck. A bit of both. I do feel like a man has to be in the right headspace. So, you know, and it's got to be the right timing. So if you're in the right headspace and the right person comes along, you know, because of course you gonna love them. So that's part of it. But also, you've met multiple people and you're in the right headspace. You know what I'm saying? The best person available is gonna prevail, if that makes sense. So that's why I say it's kind of a bit of both. You know what I mean? Because when my senses really went on and I was actively looking for a wife, like I could push the bullshit to the side. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you ain't it. You ain't it. You ain't it. You see what I'm saying? Like, this ain't even gonna work for me because I'm thinking from a mindset of I'm looking long term. I'm trying to think how me and this person will be 4 to 5 years from now, 6 years, 10 years. how will we be able to handle our situations, right? And so, yes, it's a little bit of both in my eyes. My experience was it was a bit of both. It was the best person that I loved.
Okay. Man, that's so matter of fact. I love it.
Yo, we don't do a lot of gray areas.
Yeah, there's no sugarcoating.
We're gonna keep it black and white.
All right.
I'll say for me, love has to be a part of it. So like Adrian said, that's stating the obvious for me. Like, of course, I have, for me to say I have to love it because I learned again from my previous life. Because that, like, my guy said, I felt like I was just hitting benchmarks. I'm grown. We've been together. That was a high school sweetheart. So you done been with somebody 3 years. What you should be ready to marry a person after that long, right? That's what I was thinking. And I do love her, right? As I matured into the man I am today, I learned that it's definitely the person who's available to you when you're in the right space, the right frame of mind. Once you come to the realization that marriage is something that is now on the agenda, it's the best person available that you love. It can't. They have to go hand in hand. I'm not finna marry you if I don't have that love for you. But if I love you, you're gonna be available for me. Even if you're not available, you'll be available.
Well, all right.
Yeah, nah, facts. I agree.
All right, Jasmine Kimball Sutton.
Nah, yo, I agree 100% with that. It was I married the best person, and I can't say available. To me, I married the best person. You know what I mean? I married the person that I was in love with, and I married the best person for me because I knew that she was for me. It wasn't that because when you say the best person available, it sounded like it was the pick of the litter, and I flipped the coin.
Limited options.
Yeah, you know what I mean. No, I married the best person. You know what I mean. Like that's how I feel personally. I am in love with I am in love with my wife. Every day I wake up, I am in love with my wife. You know what I mean. Even though we got a king size bed and it feel like a twin because she is on my side. Take over. It's hot. I'm a big boy. It's hot. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I feel you, bro.
Right,
No matter how big the bed is, she gonna be up in your back.
That's a good thing.
How you get over there? Like, you know how many rolls that take? And then you roll without even pulling the blanket. That's disrespectful. Don't lie to me like that. But no, the best person available. You know what I mean? When I think of that, I'm like, well, yeah, she is. Because I don't want or need anybody else. I look at it this way, like, if all my friends or family were like, hey, we're good, BJ, we're not going to talk to you anymore. Okay. I'm straight. You know what I mean? I don't need it because I have my wife. You know what I mean? And I'm in love with her. And I love the idea of being in love with my wife. There is nothing changes that. You know what I mean? I wake up in the morning, I'm smiling. You know what I mean? Even when I'm aggravated or pissed, I'm smiling. Why? Because the person that's available to me is the person that I'm in love with. And it's a wonderful feeling.
Okay. Y'all better preach the sermon.
Good men out here, ladies.
Hey,
Yeah, y'all married.
Exactly. No. Oh yeah.
Hey man, take care.
Out here.
It's still some availability within that, depending on the man. Like I told you, if you're a person who don't have, monogamy on deck, he's still available. Go get yours.
They probably got friend zone, but they out here.
You right about that. And he probably ain't 6 feet tall, ain't making 6 figures.
No, I'm not 6 feet tall.
Making 85,000 a year, but yo, you know what though? He got you.
You know what?
He
These
got
women
you.
missing
When
out
you
on a lot of
and
good
you
men.
crying and you upset because of something that happened, he's listening. He got you. You know what? He may not be able to buy you that Birkin. You know what I'm saying? But listen, he able to take you to Applebee's
Neither can
and just
your ass,
spend
bitch.
that time with you. He's there
She ain't
for
buying
you.
neither. She
Yeah,
can't
you
buy neither. She can't buy
The great American establishment.
come on, man.
Applebee's.
Exactly. You know what I mean? He may not got the Birkin, but he got the Groupon. He's there for you. Like, yo, let that man live.
You stupid.
I ain't got no sense, man. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm
no,
sorry.
seriously, I've heard women toss a relationship away because dude ain't a certain height.
Mhm.
Like he can service every last one of her needs. She got kids and she like 35 plus. And it's some men out here who don't want that. He like,
No.
shh, y'all my family. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna judge because I did that before, but I'm grown now. So,
But well, I
but
love
he
that
was
you said the
he was
grown.
like 5'6".
But like, hey man, I know people shorter. But still, short people deserve love too.
DJ, shut up, because he know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, just don't wear
That's
heels.
just so
Hey,
bad.
hey, but you want to know the truth?
You can't
We
put
all
on
the
your heels.
same height when we lay down.
DJ,
we all-
shut up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We all the same height when we lay down though.
It
So
still won't gonna work. I'm sorry.
I feel you. I hear you on that. You know, you want to feel like you cuddle, by a man and not a teddy bear. I got you.
Not a
It's cool.
backpack.
I think it's just the truth.
A backpack, yeah.
And with spell check. But
She said a
you know,
back.
a backpack with spell check. Spell your words right. You know what I mean? Double space when you write.
Anyway,
It's
but yeah, I mean, I don't understand the I'm 5'2". He got to be 6'4". What?
That's the stupidest.
Why?
how you short and he can't be short.
He gonna have back problems in 3 years into the relationship, bro. I'm not gonna keep leaning down here to kiss you like.
Why am I trying to kiss you before you get up? Baby, lay down. Don't get up. You know what I mean? Let me roll over and kiss you before. Because if I get up, not my back hurt. You know what I'm saying? I got the icy hot because you
No,
fight too.
I
Exactly.
don't need anybody over 6 feet. I think that's extreme. But I mean,
But yeah,
I'm 5'6".
Get him like Tip. It's high stand. 5'9" with the soul of a 6'4".
5'9" is cool with me. I don't need nobody 6. Like 5'9" is good.
It's that propaganda. You know what I mean? A lot of these women grew up watching these Disney movies or again watching TV or something like that.
When I put on heels, he got to be taller than me. Why?
How? When you can't even walk in them.
He gonna cheat on you. I don't care. I'm convinced. That's my. That's my. Go get him. He gonna cheat on you. Go get him.
Yeah. Because everybody else want that same man at that exact height.
Exactly. They all want the same.
All of them.
That 4'11" dude looking like, told you.
Not 4'11". See, you
Ooh,
going too far.
4'11". Oh,
Ain't nobody have no little bitty kids. We're not procreating midgets, okay? I mean,
It's all good. I'm 6'2", so I lucked out.
No. See,
I appreciate you advocating for the little guys, though. I do. At 6'3".
Y'all better quit.
But 5'9", I'm gonna hold it down for my folk.
5'9" is perfect height if you ask me. But
it actually is. It really is.
Yeah. But anyway. DJ, you make me sick. Anyway,
Didi, you know we go back like babies in the car seat.
because you know what I'm talking about. So it's
all
crazy.
day. It's funny.
He was such a great guy, man. Amazing.
But you know, I think it was with him. He couldn't get past. That was his insecurity, not so much yours. Like, yo, when you say certain things, you gotta try to like big up your own height. You like
That's all where it counts.
Yes, Jasmine. That's what I'm talking about.
So what Kevin Hart say? Hey, you gotta show me short and big at the same time.
But BJ, it felt like every time we went out somewhere, I was like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It just felt like I'm fighting to prove something all the time. I'm like, dude, I'm here with you.
Because he was trying to prove something, and that's what it was. And then he was trying to put that insecurity on you, and that's why you got tired of it.
This is where you can take the guilt off you for this. You can take the guilt off you for this. You never blame yourself for somebody else's insecurities.
I did. Exactly. I said, this is what we gonna do.
What did Coach Prime say? Don't let my
Don't let
Insecurity,
my
like
confidence offend
yeah,
your insecurity.
exactly, and that's
Yes,
what it
Lord.
was, and
Yes,
that's what it was. Your
yes,
confidence,
Lord.
his insecurities was through the roof. She
But we're
wanted
not
to
gonna talk
sit
about
out of
Coach Prime right now because that will be another hour. Because I
it.
swear, for Lord,
I love Coach Prime.
that's
What
my
All
up,
right,
guy.
y'all.
Dreen?
So
What you got?
we're gonna bring the show's topic up since it's been such a triggering moment for everybody today. Do you think it's true or false that women control access to sex and men control access to relationships and marriage?
Come on now, ooh.
J. Cole
You
told
repeat
us
the
pussy
question.
is power, didn't he?
Hey,
Ain't no
listen,
wars
man.
ever been started over no dicks. It's been started on pussy.
Think about it though. Wars have been
Mm.
started behind it.
It's whole
Like,
trolls all over the world.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, it's been a lot of things that have went down just trying to get to the access of a woman. You feel me?
It's
Mm-hmm.
the power of the PUSSY. Like, yo,
Yeah.
that's how it's been, like forever.
Men would literally fight to get back in that thing. You feel
The
me? Like, we
Bible
will
tell you
bust
in
whoever
Genesis.
head.
The Bible tell you in Genesis, we got kicked out of the Garden of Eden over that. Adam ate the apple because she was like, either eat this or you not getting that. Adam was like, let me go ahead and get a bite of that.
Because people don't realize that in the Bible, if you believe in it, people don't realize that Eve ate the apple and nothing happened.
Come on, man.
But when Adam ate the apple, that's when shit went to shit.
David killed the whole dude. David was like, yo, listen, I'm going to put your man at the front line. He ain't coming back tomorrow. Like, yo.
Hey,
But you
man.
know what that is though? That's because Adam was given a specific vision that Eve didn't have. So the
Exactly.
blinders came off of him
Legal.
again.
In all
Yeah.
things. Men.
But now, do women have the access, control the access? Sure.
They do.
She has the control of the access. She has the lock. You actually have the key. If you don't know how to use your keys though, bro, it's on you.
Yeah. So women control access to sex, yeah, because one, it's their body, right? So you're not making no moves. If you're a gentleman, you're not making no moves without that. But two, like, yo, you are after you have it, like once you sex or whatever, like, yo, you stuck.
What
Like,
you
let's keep it 100. Like, yo, you stuck.
say
Folks
you
is like,
stuck?
yo, you stuck. Folks is like, yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let me go ahead and do this. You know, hey, yo, shorty tripping. Let me go ahead and run to the store. Or like, yo, B, listen, I'm not even trying to chill with y'all tonight. You know what I mean? Because shorty was in the crib. So you at the crib. But do men have access or control to marriage? Yes, we do, because it's crazy, but it's like it's law, right? Like, how many women gonna get on their knee and propose to their man? And even if they do, how many men are gonna say yes? Because that's odd, right? In society. So men control
Unless they doing
marriage.
it for social media.
Yeah, but men control marriage, right? Like, yo, if a man feel like a woman body count is off, he's not gonna marry her. And she could be the truth. Like, real talk, but she could be, you know what I mean, that one that he really feel it, but he not gonna do it. Why? Because he control that. And he don't want to feel like he clown. So even the littlest things, men control marriage. Yes, women do control sex. Cause listen, if your woman tell you she ain't gonna make no moves, or she ain't doing nothing, if you don't do this, that, and the third, the house clean, the carpet clean, you done, you know what I mean, you done took the dog out, you know what I mean, you walked that dog 8 miles, you did whatever she was, you know what I mean, you done changed the shutters, and you live in an apartment building. Like, why am I out here changing shingles and shutters? They gotta make this man for that. You doing everything that she adds just so you can have peace. And that's peace. That's part of that. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan said that, hey, listen, once you find a wife, you know what I mean, you with your wife, you know what I mean, and she gives herself to you, that's heaven here on earth. Right? They brings peace to your soul. So yeah, women control sex. Well, you all know that. If a man walking around saying they control sex, they a lie.
Anybody who disagrees with that whole statement is lying to themselves.
Cat.
It's exactly like, bruh, because let's be honest with you. Women know who they finna sleep with really before you even speak to them. She done made up in her mind that she wants this man. It's his job just not to mess it up. You feel me? So
Mhm.
off that topic, off of that thought process alone, we know who's in control.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit and say, "Yeah, I want that one." That don't mean that you finna get her. But if she already has,
Just like
that's
that.
the one. It's him right there. That's the one right there. Tonight. That's the one.
Yep.
Because
Absolutely.
she'll even do that. She'll have that discussion
Mm-hmm.
based on how the conversation is going, is whether or not she finna break her code. Because normally she'd probably say at least like 3 dates, 3 to 5 days. The conversation go right tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Facts. Facts.
I've heard that. I remember my uncle told me, he was like, listen, when you walk into a club, a woman already knows she's gonna sleep with you when she see you, and that's before you see her.
I want that one.
So you like what? So you try to walk in chest out, you know what I mean? Try to order the right drink because she already spotted you. She saw you when you parked your car. You know what I mean? And you ain't even know. We slow. We ain't get it.
Nope.
Oh yeah. Listen, women control that. Yo, shout out to all the women that's looking at dudes like,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Like
about
me.
to get it or no, you a lane. You thought I was feeling you?
I can remember.
That's
I
how
can
it is.
remember. So speaking on this, right? I can remember dating, and a young lady set it all the way up. I made the moves, but she put the pieces in place for me to make the moves. I never even noticed it until after. And she told me, of course, later, as we started dating, like, it was all me. Like, I put the pieces on the board. You just kept following the bait. But in my mind, though, I did everything. But she baited me in. Like, she knew what she wanted, but she didn't come at me. She made sure I noticed her. And I feel like women need to understand that too. Like, just get a guy's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what this little hard stuff be going on. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling a dude, like, just get it. Let him see you. If he sees you, he wants you, he coming to get you.
And we don't mean twerking, ladies.
No.
Nah.
It
we
could
mean
be as simple.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If that's what you got to flash to try to get my attention, I don't want it.
Nah, I'm
Because
good.
you know
Most
that
of
when
them
you
men
flashing, everybody else can see it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Discretion is sexy as hell to me.
Yes, indeed.
You know
My
what I'm saying?
boyfriend, I actually, when I saw him, I took a picture of him and I sent it to my sister. I said, I'm getting him.
He didn't even know, did he? He probably
Nope.
buying this bitch.
Had
I was
no
behind
clue.
him. I was like, look at this motherfucker right here.
He's still trying to get a drink though.
But I'm gonna tell you this part. He knew to stay ready. Cause the same way, Adrian, how they getting out the car, she done spotted you, or from across the room, you stay ready because you never know who eyes is on you.
Yeah,
So you'll
he said,
walk
I
out
didn't
of
know who you were.
your
I never seen you
demeanor.
before. You weren't from around here. I knew you weren't from around here. You didn't look like you was from around here.
All of that.
Get you.
All of that.
Yeah. You had no he had no clue until
Yeah.
afterwards that, like, oh, like, you plotting.
He
You know what I'm saying?
did something.
Women can plot. Like, you can plot and still be sexy. I don't think women understand that. Like, I ain't trying to be like, no, you can plot and still set it up to where the man make all the moves. It's so simple.
Yep.
Pay attention. I tell, listen to the woman. It ain't always her mouth that's talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Our body language, like I'm moving closer to you. I'm giving you eye contact. I don't have to say anything.
Sit on the couch like this. If she comes sit next to you, bro, and then she slide that back half into you, Netflix just turned into Netflix and chill. Are you still there?
And I use the whole women have control access to sex. My theory is when I go to the club, I don't have to guess whether I'm having sex that night. I know for sure I'm going to have sex that night if I want to have sex.
See, I already know it.
Men gotta be like,
she know it based on what she finna wear.
Yeah, I know when I go in, I can for sure tell you 100% if I'm going to have sex that night.
Man, we just getting ready. We trying
from
to
the
break
draw
the
she did or getting put on.
Like maybe if I buy a drink or two, I might. Who knows?
Man,
roll the dice.
Prove somebody right.
Trying to figure out break in case of emergency. How this is gonna go down? What's happening today?
Right. But on the other hand, women, I don't know when he's gonna propose. He might not. I might be single forever. Shit, who knows?
Well, you'll know that based on what you're dealing with. Like I said, the more the relationship evolves, you'll see whether a man starts to open up. The more he opens up, he lets you know.
The access to that. Like I can't.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But so the issue with this conversation was where a lot of women were saying it's false. Is because
women were saying it was false.
Oh yeah.
They thought that they controlled the access to marriage.
You know what? For y'all to be the more intelligent species, bro, I was really thinking that men actually was the ones who were saying. Women said
that women have to say yes to marriage. I'm like, bitch, you gotta be asked first.
Exactly. Yeah. He ain't finna ask if you.
I don't have to say yes.
You might not even get asked. Listen, I might not even listen. Like I had said earlier. At first, I was dealing with relationships like it was an NFL contract. I might not renew your contract.
That was, you know what I mean? Like, listen,
you might get traded. Don't come up here thinking that. Hey, listen, you know what I mean? Look, I'm about to sign this long term. Hey, look, it's not working. We thought about it. We going in a different direction. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm not going to re-up. You might be gone. Hey, look, draft season is Friday. I'm about to go out. We're about to see who we can pick up. And it is what it is. Like, how you controlling marriage?
Bro, say I'm not going to keep my 10-year bet. I'm going to get a rookie.
I always say, look at your surroundings. How many of your homegirls are married?
Oh, I swear for, okay. All right, let's do it. Stop listening to these friends.
Come on, man.
Stop listening to these friends that do not have a successful relationship.
Yes.
That are not in a successful relationship. That aren't in a successful marriage. Listen, just because she married, if y'all conversation most of the time, all she do is bitch about her man, don't listen to her.
Nope.
Don't listen to her.
Don't do it. I'm sitting here waiting for somebody to propose to y'all and you're not married. You don't think men control access to marriage?
Because if you wanted to be married,
you be married.
You be married. Not waiting on somebody to find you.
And the crazy part, I was just dragged into this online back and forth debacle about why did I think it was such a bad idea for women to propose to men. I said, let me explain something to you. I will drag my coochie across the concrete before I propose to a man, okay?
Damn.
Meaning this shit ain't gonna be no more good, so don't nobody got to worry about me asking again. So no, I'm not. Like, I think that is insane to me. Why I would never emasculate a man that way, ever. I think it's out of order. If you wanted to propose to me, you would propose to me. Why would I go buy a ring and get on one knee and bow down in front of a man and propose to him? That's crazy. The guy, this was a guy I was going back and forth with. He said, well, if you want something, why wouldn't you go for it?
That's crazy.
Because if I position myself in a way to be a wife, then I don't have to worry about wanting it. It will be mine.
Don't argue with fools.
I said, good day, sir.
Don't argue with fools.
I don't even want to be married, so we're not going to go there. But that, I'm not. So.
Yo, I'll say for every woman who said that's, that they disagree with that or whatever, that's the reason why you single.
You want to know why? It's because they think that
want to be right.
The access to sex is the access to a relationship or marriage. And that's probably why they thought that. They thought that, well, you know what? If I'm not, you know what I mean? I have control to what he's getting physically. So if he's not getting this physically, then, you know what I mean? I have control of the marriage as well because he's going to marry me in order to get this. No, we just going to move on.
You already gave it to him.
Yeah, you already gave it to me. It's a dime a dozen. So what you talking about? I don't even want it. Go with that.
Yeah, let's be real. How many people out here getting married and not touching it? Like,
exactly.
You ain't got no sample of the cookie and you finna say I do?
This ain't the
They come standing on every model.
I don't know who do that.
Yeah, listen. Everybody's doing the damn thing. That has nothing to do with it. Is it a plus? Is it a perk? You're damn right it is. It's beautiful. But it's more of an emotional and a mental thing. With me, it was mental. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, yo, my mind is in a whole different place right now. You know what I mean? My heart is in a whole different place right now. And that's when I was like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna marry her. But because we were sexing, nah. What? I did that before.
Do.
I mean, been
You
there,
know
done
what
that.
you won't do, somebody else will, right?
Exactly.
Listen, what I say, oh, I'm not sucking dick. I'm not eating pussy. Niggas is sucking dick and bitches is eating pussy. What are you talking about? Somebody gonna do it. Somebody gonna do it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. For everyone who says she won't, your man cheating.
Hey,
Period.
listen.
Period.
He cheating.
That's gonna Mary, her
Listen,
lamb, Moses, his
listen.
stick, and Jesus and all his disciples.
I'm finna break codes. Just go on his phone and call Domino, please.
Come on.
Call Domino,
got
please.
DoorDash number.
Call Domino's, call Papa John's, and call Verizon. I'm letting you know right now.
You got all these restaurants in your phone, and y'all don't even eat out like that.
Exactly.
They got a
I
number for
promise you.
DoorDash? They got a number to cash out?
Come on. Listen, if you working with Mint or whatever cheap phone thing out there, your man got AT&T in the phone, and you know you ain't got no, you know you ain't got Fios, you got regular. You
better you better pull that hair
be
back.
suspicious.
Real quick, don't get that neck low.
Come on,
Just telling you.
Child, they better grow up.
That part.
They ain't got time.
That part.
All right, y'all. I think this is gonna be the last question, maybe. Were you sure? Now, this is a piggyback off this one because remember the women said that they have access to marriage because they control access to marriage because they have to say yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So were you
All right.
sure that your wife was going to say yes when you proposed to her?
Oh yeah.
Not asking me if I don't think she is.
Oh, I knew that. Oh, I knew that. Oh, I wasn't gonna ask. Like, yo, you just got that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, am I lying? Like, come on, like, yo. Listen,
Hey, but seriously though.
I'm not taking off the training wheels if I know I can't ride a bike with two wheels.
That's what I'm saying.
Staying on. Give me my big wheel. Where we at?
This is how you know when it's men actually have discussions about marriage when they're ready for marriage. So when we start to discuss it and you actually engage in the conversation with us, we know you're ready to say yes.
Yes.
But if we start a discussion and you start, damn, I forgot to check to see if Walmart had some cookies on sale this week. Like, okay, this is not the conversation to have.
I don't know if we there yet.
Coronavirus. We sitting there listening to Erykah Badu and who was it? Doing the verses.
Jill Scott.
And Jill Scott. Come on now. First off, you're not listening to Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. You know what I mean? If this ain't the person. Because look, we can listen to Dipset in the lot. we not gonna be on some more, we not gonna be on some more music talking about is this the way? You know what I mean? Talking about all this, and we having a conversation about plans, about what we trying to do while listening to this music. We know. So when it was time to ask, I already do. Like, I already know she gonna say yeah. You know what I mean? It was based off the conversations that we were having, right? Because your conversations change. You go from it's different from having a conversation when that's your girlfriend, because it is about, the Walmart sales and what's at Costco, to, hey, Costco does have this. I figure that we buy in bulk here because then that way we don't have to do this. You know what I mean? Or, hey, listen, how do you feel about, or you know what, I was feeling some type of way about this, that, and the third. The conversations change. They do. The conversations change. So when them conversations started changing, I knew I was going to propose. I'm like, yeah, this is it. She's going to say yeah. If not, listen, I'd be on ID channel talking about why'd you kill that woman. I'm playing.
Hey, for real though. Because honestly, you have to know the nature. Read the room.
Yeah.
But I've always told them, like, bro, because honestly, if I do ask you and you say no, we can't come back from that.
Mm-hmm.
We can't. Mm-mm. We can't come back. You are now my ex. Like, that's how that's going. That is. You said no. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. Well, it's been real.
I don't know how. You don't know how to come back from that.
Because we just hit a fork in the road. So that let me know I'm ready to do this. You doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have officially come to an end. Boys and men, you know, cute. Let's go.
Ooh, child, that's a scary conversation.
Oh no, listen, the only thing you're nervous about is how you gonna do it. Because
Right.
you already you just know
fucking
that she's gonna say yeah.
Oh my God.
Because you start to talk about a future, right? You start to
Yes.
talk about a future together more than just like, how y'all are, but like the family talk, all of that. And I think you can kind of gauge it based off of that talk, having them conversations, like, oh yeah, she see this for the long haul. All right, we on the same page. Let's get it. But but if you ask and it's like, no, get up, like you done got on your knee. You what?
Yeah.
You say no, hold up, wait a minute. What you doing? Oh no, how we come back from this? Because I ain't never
No.
asking you again. I'm telling you
We
that right now.
can't come back.
Yeah, because I would never ask again. So
I put myself all the way out there, butt naked,
Yeah.
vulnerable.
and you
Everything.
ain't
Oh
and you
my
ain't and
You
you
left me
God.
hanging.
you left me hanging. It's like
And
a
that's
butt
the
naked
hardest thing
baby.
for a
You say I
man.
ain't your
Being
child.
that
Whoa.
vulnerable. That's one of the most
Sheesh.
vulnerable things. You to as a man to be that vulnerable, to put your heart out there and then just to get it stepped on. Now you don't want to risk that. You know what
I
I
would
mean?
say yes in public and then afterward, like,
No, don't lie
No,
to me.
even private, Like, listen,
embarrass
as a
you.
man to put your
No,
heart
I'm
out
joking.
there, even if it's private, it's a big deal. So I knew that my wife was going to say, yeah, you know what I mean? And it was just, and then when we got home, it was about time. I was like, oh, all right. Well, you know,
Did y'all do it like? Did y'all do it public? Was it like a big engagement for y'all, or how
listen,
y'all?
we went to, it was on New Year's. I was at a restaurant. And we had ate and we were drinking and we were having a good time. It was her and it was intimate. It was her and another couple that we knew. We just sitting there and we eat dinner, we're laughing, we're talking, dessert comes out, and I ordered what she likes, but they didn't bring her a plate. So she pissed. But she's still talking because she's in a conversation. And then the plate comes out with, what I mean, with the brownie, and it says, "Will you marry me?" And then when she looks at the plate, I'm on one knee. So the restaurant is packed, you know what I'm saying? And it was on New Year's. So it was when I wanted it, you know what I mean? It was how I wanted it. And
Did she cry?
did she cry? No, she cursed. So she was just cursing like, fuck yeah. Like, yo, she was happy as hell. It was funny. It was funny, like, because it was funny. Like, she didn't cry because she was shocked. You know what I mean? At first, she was telling me she was mad because her plate was different. She was trying to figure out why she had the big plate and we all had the small dessert plates because she didn't really look down. Then when she did, she was just cursing. So I'm trying to talk to her. But she just keeps saying, "What the fuck?" I'm sorry for cursing, but she just kept saying that. Like she ain't get it. I'm like, listen, stop the cursing. You know what I mean? We got people, our patrons is around here. Let me go ahead and propose before we get kicked out. But it all worked out. You know what I mean? And it was the best feeling in the world. I've never felt as vulnerable, you know what I mean, as I felt that night. You know what I mean? Proposing, because that was a big deal. Because I was married before and I've been through the heartache and the pain and the aggravation of divorce and still going through the divorce and still being talked about like I'm not shit. You know what I mean? And so to be in a position where I felt good about myself again and to be in a position where, you know what I mean, that person made me feel like she makes me feel every day like I'm $1 million, like I'm worth like I'm worth billions, you know what I mean? And that was a big deal. So to propose to her and just to have my heart out there, man, I was shook once. I'm not scared of nothing. I was scared. I was stuttering like I was Joe. It was crazy. It was crazy, man, but it worked out. You know what I'm saying? It really did. But yo, that's a vulnerable jump. But yeah, I knew she was going to say yeah, because if she didn't, how was she going to get home?
Oh,
She rode with me.
oh my God. Oh my God.
She's
I'm
stuck.
gonna cash up you little bit. Catch that Uber.
Go ahead, catch that Uber. You stuck right
You
here.
can't get in the car with me. We can't ride. You don't understand. I'm finna play hit 'em up. I get in the car. You don't answer. I'm finna be all the way out here with it. Like, you can't say no to me like that.
I was about to be in the streets. I was about to pick somebody up, pick somebody else up, and she ride in the car. We go beep beep.
Yeah,
Drop for real.
well, how
I'm
did you
with you.
propose?
February 15th. Caught her slipping because everything else is expected. She unknowingly, but she picked out her ring. So I picked up a ring and I held on to a ring and I'm not doing, we're not gonna do the corny Valentine's thing. I'm not doing that. You can't get into the restaurants, no way. So I'm gonna just do because we don't really celebrate Valentine's like that. I'm like, why would I celebrate just one day of me saying how much I feel about you? Then that means every other day is bull. So yeah, we just keep it, thorough. So we was gonna have a family dinner at the house, at her parents' house. But I told her we were going out to dinner. And so laid her dress out and everything. It's like, get dressed, we finna go out, we'll drop the kids off and we gonna head out. And so she didn't know her parents are already involved and it's included. So when we get over there, we just think she think we finna drop my daughter off and we gonna go and head out. And she was in there talking at some point or something like that. And I kind of like just got on my knee right behind her. And I was like, babe, you ready to go? And she turned around like, yeah, and saw me. Popped it, Parents was there. My kids were there. So, little family, small little, thing. And from there, we hit the bar. Let's go drink. Because, I did tell her we going out. So,
Right. She
I
dressed up straight to go.
I'm not lying. So we finna hit this bar and we finna get on some drinks. We was on some tequila. And yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adrian, would you do?
It's a celebration.
We was in Miami, so we was in South Beach. We was on the strip, and we was just chilling, and took out to eat, nice little restaurant, situation, and I just kind of took it a little sentimental. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just started talking to her, like, just about relationship and the future and how she felt. So I just started really asking her questions. And so she was answering the questions. And so I had the ring already in my pocket. So I just took it a step further. I was like, well, with that being said, I got on one knee. You know what I'm saying? And, she got that ugly cry going. You know how that goes.
Ugly cry.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yep. We had a little trip in Miami, and I proposed. Yeah.
Oh, y'all so sweet. I remember my baby daddy put a paper on the seat in the car with these rings on it, and I balled that motherfucker up and threw it. They said, "Don't do it."
Paper.
Don't do it.
Like
the advertisements that show the rings like K's and.
He gave you a flyer?
He just put it on the seat to get a feeler to see
if
I go buy a ring, but she really nigga, don't do it.
Nah. Now you can't put out a feeler. Like I said, you gotta know. Like, yo, I knew.
He knew. That's why he did that, because he knew I was gonna say no.
Nah, you can't put out a feeler. That's a flyer.
I know I was gonna say
y'all had come to that end of
hell no. I'm about to do the 30-day notice to get out.
Man.
That's so sad.
Nah.
I'm terrified of marriage.
Why?
I've been divorced since 1999.
Damn, we had to do it that way. That just made it sound like it was long.
Terrified.
But you know what though? I can't front. So was I. I was terrified of marriage. And you know what? Let me rephrase that. I wasn't terrified of marriage. I was terrified of being vulnerable.
That part.
That's what it was for me. I wasn't terrified of marriage. I was terrified of being vulnerable. I thought that I couldn't do it anymore. because of the bad taste that it left in my mouth because of the previous relationship and because of all the craziness. So I was like, I would never put myself in a situation where I felt as though I opened up and it wasn't reciprocated, or if it was reciprocated, it wasn't honest. It wasn't truthful. I couldn't do it to myself until I met that person that was like, you know what, you're going to open up. I'm going to let you, or I'm going to be there for you when you're that person. So, ladies, please let that man be vulnerable. And that's what it was. Like, she allowed me to be vulnerable. I was vulnerable, but I felt comfortable. You know what I mean? Like I was still, because I think sometimes men, as men, I can't talk to women, but as men, we feel as though if we're vulnerable, you know what I mean, it's not masculine.
Mm.
But I was able to be vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, and be masculine at the same time, you know, and feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Being vulnerable, feel comfortable speaking about my weaknesses and my flaws. Feel comfortable about, you know, really being honest about who I was. You know what I'm saying? And about my mistakes and my transgressions. And I didn't feel judged. I didn't feel as though the mistakes that I had made in the past and even in my past relationships, you know what I mean, were going to haunt me in this one. Because again, like I said before, one of the things that I was gearing up for was, it's funny that, or remember when you had said, I never got that, you know, and I didn't have to worry about that. So I was like, yo, I think I could do this, especially with her, because I feel good. Like, I feel good about myself. I feel
Right.
good being honest. And I was honestly able to unpack. So when you really unpack the drama or the trauma that you've been through, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Because I'm not looking to go anywhere. I'm putting stuff in the drawer. I'm putting stuff in the dirty clothes. We about to wash this. We about to send this to the cleaners. That's what life is, right? You have to unpack the trauma, the drama, everything that you've been with, everything that you've been through, and you're doing it with somebody, you know what I mean, that honestly wants to listen, that's honestly there for you. You know what I mean? And that's doing everything within her power to make you feel, you know, that hey, you can do this. And then I'm doing the same. So I, I felt that way, but now I'm like, nah, like I feel bad feeling that I felt that way because you know what I mean, she changed like my whole perspective or my whole outlook on, you know, on being in a relationship or and being in a relationship with somebody that's truly my friend.
That
And that's
part.
what she is. She's my friend. You know what I mean? Like, yo, people be like, oh yeah, you know, people say your wife is supposed to be your best friend or she's supposed to be this. No, my wife has a best friend. You know what I mean? Somebody that she thinks is her, that she calls her sister. I have a best friend, but my wife is my friend. That's my confidant. That's the person that I know I can talk to about any and everything. And if that's my best friend, then yes, she's my best friend. But it wasn't a title that was bestowed upon her because I married her. No, it was a title that was bestowed upon her because she earned it. And I earned hers. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Like, yo, so now when I felt that, I was like, damn, I was a fool. Why did I feel as though that's just me personally? Like, why did I feel as though I couldn't get married again? It's because I wasn't marrying my friend, but I married my friend. So it just changed like my whole perspective, my whole outlook.
But I think marriage means different things to different people. And I know for a fact that the guy that I'm with is my best friend. I think I can do anything with him. I have no fears with him. I'm in love with him. I'm head over heels for him. But the marriage part,
Because
because
you're
it's
scared it's gonna change everything.
Yeah.
no, I don't. I don't. I just I don't. I think it's a business transaction.
Really?
Yeah, I think that
Huh.
marriage is merging two businesses together. And I don't know, and I've never done business with anybody else other than myself. So putting those two things together to me is scary. I'm not saying that I won't do it, but I'm terrified of it. But I
Yeah.
know that I can do anything with him. So when the
But that's what
time comes
mergers are,
for me
right?
to do it, I probably will do it, but I'm scared to do it.
But that's what mergers are. When you look in the business sector and you look in the business world, what mergers do, right? They grow the business. So if I know that you know I reached a plateau, or you know what I was doing, you know, is not going to put me out to the masses, and then I merge, and now all of a sudden, you know, I have new customers. You know, sales are through the roof. Sales are skyrocketing because the way I did business was different from the way somebody else did business. But since we're doing it together, you know, the productivity, you know what I mean, has tripled and multiplied, you know what I mean, or has grown tenfold. And I believe that's what marriage is. So even when you look at it from the business aspect, you know, my business has grown tenfold, right? My confidence is within myself has grown tenfold. You know what I mean? The love or the outlook that I have on the world now is totally different, you know, from it just being mine, because now I'm able to, I can't honestly look at it through somebody else's lens because, you know, we're human, but I can empathize with it, right? So now I'm taking more time to really think through certain things and to really look through certain things and to be like, okay, I can truly understand why, you know, someone or people may feel this way. And if not, I can ask my business partner or I can ask my partner, hey, why is this the case? And I can be reassured that I'm reassured that I'm gonna get an honest answer. You know, so that has grown my outlook on life exponentially. You know, so
If I could have it my way, I wouldn't get married. But that's just me.
nah, that's what's up. But as long as you're happy,
I'm
that's what
very
it comes down to.
Very happy. But I would, if I didn't have to get married, if it wasn't his desire to be married, I wouldn't be married.
But what if it's his desire to be married?
It is his desire to be married. Eventually. I ain't in no rush.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Everything is at everybody's own pace.
Yeah, I like how things are right now. If it can stay like this, I'll be great.
And that's what it's about. It's about just being happy. You move at your own pace.
But he
You know what
wants
I
a
mean?
big wedding. He wants to be married. I could go to the Justice of Peace if we had to be married. I don't need a wedding. I don't need a ring. I don't need any of it. I don't want any of it, to be honest with you.
Listen, so we
I'm
got
cool with
married.
a tattoo on my finger and we good.
Listen, so we got married during COVID, right? So we had went to the notary. We found a notary in Tampa. We went there, you know what I mean? She read off the card, stamp, scribble, we good to go. You know what I mean? Because you're right, it's a business transaction. And although we're in love and we loved each other, I did it based off business because at the time I'm a contractor, right? So I'm going on base. McDeal is closed, you know what I mean? But because of who I was supporting, I had to be there. So I'm like, listen, if I'm around these dirty folks, let me make sure we good with this insurance so you straight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did it because it was a business transaction. But May, you know, we actually went to Mexico, you know, and got married. Beautiful ceremony. You know what I mean? And it wasn't that big. Our closest friends and family, you know, and it was wonderful. It was beautiful because that's what she wanted. You know what I mean? Not me. I was good with the notary. You know what I mean? Like we good. Sign something. You mine now. I done traded in my alpacas and goats. I got you, woman. put in there. Obey. We good. You know what I mean? No, but you know, we did that, and you know, even though it wasn't something that I wanted. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Because I got to see the excitement on her face or the aggravation on her face trying to get things together. You know what I mean? And then to see her walk down the aisle, you know what I mean, be choked up. You know what I mean? I had that one Denzel Washington glory tear come down. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that was a big deal. You know what I mean? Because I got to, I was able to celebrate. You know what? It wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't. It was stressful because you're trying to get everybody on board, but it wasn't because I got to see the joy. So all that stress, all that stuff you thought about, you forget.
Us just go on a vacation somewhere. It's just me and him. Like, I don't want all the hoopla and the pomp and circumstance. I don't want any of that stuff. None of it.
You need to do, when it comes to a wedding, do what's best. It's just like your marriage. Do what works for y'all.
But he wants all of the pomp.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, the more folk you get involved, because it's hard to get, let's just be real, it's hard to get black folk on the same page for just about anything.
Yeah, it's just stressful.
That's why we did a destination, because I knew all them black folks wasn't going to be able to come. I'm like, look, I know you ain't going to be able to make it out there, bro. Your funds is kind of tight.
This is the only time I'm going to do it. Like, it's going to be a huge event because I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
Best man, groomsman, matron of honor, maid of honor. That was it. Oh, and the flower and ring bearer. That was it. We ain't had no big old party. This is what we want. This is what we gonna do.
No.
Well, why we wasn't in y'all? Because we didn't have time to deal with all of y'all. This ain't about y'all.
It's too
Right.
much. My family is way too big, like ginormous big.
I ain't gonna lie, it was my second time around, so I was just surprised anybody showed up.
Listen. Listen, man. Yo, look,
Yeah.
I sent out invitations. Like it was a club flight. Look, you
That
know,
part.
you make it, you make it. If not, I don't know what to tell you. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
nah,
Look,
because we
pictures
did
to be on
destination
Facebook.
too. I
Oh,
love
y'all did
destination.
do destination wedding.
So you can send it out to like so many people because you know they ain't
You know
showing
they
up.
ain't coming.
You know what I'm saying? So you send it to like everybody, like you invited, you know.
You give my family enough time, they coming. All of them.
That's why you make
Well, I
the
mean,
cutoff
you'll be
date
okay
short. Listen,
because
you got
it's
6 months to
destination edition.
RSVP. Other than that, it's
Yeah.
locked up. Hey, seats taken. Can't sit here.
My
I
cousin
hit
had
the,
destination
how many
wedding.
people we gonna do? How many people we gonna have there?
I got
Oh, we
50 of them
servicing
showed up.
for your side?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
It's too
You
many.
know what? I tell you what. When you get to that point, conversation.
I mean, that's
is
love
key.
that they'll show up for
Yeah,
you.
conversation is key, and you guys are like, if it got to there, there'll be some kind of understanding, some kind of compromise.
One-way
Because you
bride.
want everybody to be.
Nah. We've been on here long enough. Listen. This is the part of the show where we like to let you guys tell the folks what y'all got going on for the week, what you got coming up in the future, what you want to promote, what you want to let the folks know you got, want to know maybe in the works, want to promote what y'all got going on. Let me know what you got, Wo.
Every Sunday night, I Am Will podcast, 10 p.m. Eastern. Grown people time. That's what I call it. So we gonna get in, we gonna chop it up. You know, no topics off till we don't run from nothing. Speaking of not running from anything, Underground Sports Kings every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, on Facebook for both. Me, my brothers, man, Kales, DT, we get in, we self-made, self-built. And any and everybody's allowed to come in, jump into topics. You want to jump in and debate, you more than welcome. We up to the challenge, you feel me? That's how we get down. But that's what we do every week on Facebook.
What you got, BJ?
Yeah. So Read Between the Lines podcast is about to start up again. I had it going, had to stop it, you know what I mean, for personal reasons, but that's about to start jumping off again. And again, it's the same thing, man. Topics, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. We're not shying away from anything. You know, we even talking about politics on this joint. So we about to get it popping. Please stay tuned. Recent LLC got a lot coming out. We got some cigars that I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get jumping off. 3 King cigars. They're gonna be a mild and a bold flavor. So please stay on the lookout for that. As soon as that hit, best believe I'm gonna be getting addresses and shoot it out. You know what I mean? Tell me what y'all think about the cigars, what have you. I'm a big cigar fan. But yeah, that's it
Me
right
too.
there.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
man.
too.
Yeah.
Big on the cigars, man. So I'm trying to right now starting a line for my own cigars. Been researching. I'm going to start growing tobacco as well as starting a lounge out here in Virginia. Speaking with people. You know what I mean? Trying to make some more connections or what have you, so I can get that cigar lounge and everything popping. So stay tuned. There's a lot more to come.
What part of Virginia?
I am in Loudoun County. I'm in Round Hill, Percival area. That's close to West Virginia, not that far from like Sterling, Virginia. Still part of Nova, that Northern Virginia area,
Okay.
but I'm on the outskirts.
Yeah, I know Sterling. That's probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours from me.
Oh, where you at?
I'm in Maryland.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, it should be about 30. Well, I'm an hour and about 15 minutes from Maryland. As a matter of fact, I was just at the Commanders game to watch them lose to Tennessee. It was a beautiful day. But yeah, Sterling is that close. So I would definitely let y'all know, you know what I mean, when that stuff gets popping. It's going to be real soon. I'm really excited about that.
Okay.
What you got, Adrian?
Hey man, you know I be working like a Hebrew out here, traveling. But you know I want to take the time out to say my birthday is Saturday, so
Hey.
you know what I'm saying. It's birthday weekend. It's a big birthday for me, turning at 40. So you know I'm
That's right.
excited
You a week
about
for
that.
me, huh?
Yeah, man. So yep, 40 about to happen. It's going down. You know, how about y'all support your boy? You know, buy one of these good books, A Gentleman's Thoughts, or on the other side, you have it's already written. You know, support your boy for his birthday. Buy 3, 4, 5 of them if you want to.
I'm waiting to get the autograph. How do I get the autograph copy?
Oh, I ain't got those copies yet, so you have to get it off the site. You
I
know
don't
what
want
I'm
that
saying?
regular shit. I'm VIP.
You gotta get it on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get no signed copy off Amazon. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But
Oh my god.
yeah,
I'll get both. I'll get Amazon and I'll wait for that.
there you go. There it is.
That's all you got?
You know, but gentlemancouncil.com, go check that out, man. GC Development got that going. Also about to get started, man, with an investment group. So if anybody, you know, want to get into investing or talk about investing, or even go and do it, you know what I'm saying? Gonna start that group coming real soon. So we'll be talking about, you know, from insurance to stocks, day trading, long-term trading. You need to know about it. We're gonna talk about it. So that's coming too. Look out for that.
All right. Show out then. Here go my list, because y'all know it's always long. So we are on day 2 of the Core Queen Fitness 30-day ab challenge. So if y'all last ain't did day 2, get to it. Check me out. We got the Core Queen 30-day ab challenge or 30-day challenges on Facebook. Core Queen on any platform. You can Google it. You can search it. You'll find me, the Core Queen. You'll find the challenge. Check it out. It's free. Just do the challenge. 30 days. You'll see the results. On November 5th, I have my next Core Queen Fitness Abs and Ass Boot Camp. It's virtual through Zoom. We have a great time. I have a DJ. We have raffles. We show out. We turn up. We sweat. We lose weight. We snatch weights. We lift asses. We do it all. So if you know somebody that want to be a part of the boot camp, tell them to sign up and register. I put the link in this in the comments. It's on Eventbrite. You can get your tickets to register on Eventbrite. What else I got? My artist Money Train. He got a lot going on. He just won the Queen City Awards for R&B Artist of the Year. So shout out to my artist for that award. Thursday, he will be performing at Livingstone College in Salisbury, North Carolina for their fashion show. Saturday, he'll be opening for Trey Songz in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's October 15th. And Monday, we'll be flying out to Miami. He'll be taping the cooking show, Bitch, I Got My Pops with Trick Daddy. So we'll be in Miami Monday through Wednesday. So be on the lookout for the airing of that. And if you have not already downloaded, streamed, watch the video, whatever it is you need to do, his song with Anthony Hamilton called Down, go and look at it, view it, watch it, stream it, download it, whatever you need to do, run the numbers up for him. Money Train is doing his thing. Get at it, get with him. We on fire right now, so hook it up. That's all I got, I think. And I'm still waiting for my fucking pictures from my photo shoot.
The one with Tiger?
Yes. I'm trying to be professional about my shit, but I'm waiting for my pictures still to get them back. So y'all be on the lookout for my pictures.
Hey, yo, shout out to you for being calm with that tiger there. I was like, yo.
I ain't have no choice. I wanted to live.
I was like, yo, she calm.
She can't not be.
Terrified. Okay? Terrified.
Yo, I just kept thinking about Ricky Bobby. Control your heartbeat.
The guy said, first of all, before we start, I need you to calm down. He said, take a deep breath. I'm like, I'm trying. And it was still in the cage. I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
There's a cougar in the car. I know I put it there.
Oh, shit. That was terrifying. Listen.
Yo, but shout out to you though.
Yeah,
That's
I'm excited
what's
for y'all to see the pictures. Between that and the fish in the water.
Yeah, see, you doing things that most black folks don't do. You know what I mean? I'm like, listen, we don't get close to tigers. That's why we got the Discovery Channel. You feel me? I would pay $24.99 for Discovery Plus. I'm not rocking with that.
They sitting there putting stuff in the water, talking about, look. I said, you want me to get in that water? Do you see what them fish doing? Ain't no way. No, I'm not getting in there. Shout
out to the aquarium for holding it down. I paid it $24 to become a member to watch the fish. But getting that close to it, I'm good.
There's a lot going on, but we got some great images, so I'll be showing them when I get them back. We appreciate y'all for coming on today. Y'all were amazing. Seriously, really. Shout out to both of your podcasts, Read Between the Lines and I Own Whoa podcast. Y'all check us out we are off next Tuesday. I forgot. Next Tuesday, we will not be on. We're coming back the following Tuesday. We're going to be talking about Black maternal death rates. We're going to have Black doctors and Black doulas on to talk about Black women being killed at an alarming rate at giving childbirth. So y'all check us out. October 25th, we'll be back. So remember, we won't be here next Tuesday. But we thank y'all for being in the comments, for tuning in with us, for checking us out, and always rocking out with us. So we'll check y'all out next week. Peace out.